Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. We dive into WWE Raw tonight, kicking off another show, another week. It's going to be a fun one here on the channel. So much to talk about: rumors, news, injuries, contracts, arguments, and all of the above. Get in that chat, hit all the buttons. Me and this pretty face got you for the next few hours here, folks. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. And, of course, let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is our WWE Raw live stream tonight, and we are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Happy to be back doing it again. Another night coming off a long stream last night into tonight. All week long, we're going to be here. So much to happen this week. Technically, go-home shows for Saturday Night Main Event in a lot of ways, as that is on Saturday. Lots to talk about. Royal Rumble 2 weekends away, but it's going to be a fun one. Get in that chat, folks. Don't forget, hit all those buttons. Don't forget the little reaction buttons. Don't forget the super chat, super stickers, and all of that fun stuff. Also, shout out to anybody that might be watching us on Twitch. We are now live on Twitch as well as YouTube, so pretty pumped about that. But go check us out there if you want, or just hang out with us here. We love you either way, but it's going to be a fun one. I will remind everybody, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I got to start it off, my guy, with T's and P's already out there to Miss Alley Catch. We watched GCW last night. She ended up taking a bad bump, taking a bad spot in her match versus Effie, broke her leg in 2 spots and everything. So very much T's and P's for her out there.
Yeah, we're a big fan of Alley Catch, big supporter. She's made a video for this channel, so nothing but love for Alley Catch. I think she's awesome. Big fan of what she does. And yeah, we were here live last night, and unfortunately a tope gone wrong, and she's going to be on the shelf for a little bit. Broke both her tibia and fibula by the looks of it. Yeah, she's gonna it's unfortunate. A lot of love and support came flying out of the the wrestling world today, so that was really cool to see. But yeah, hopefully she gets better and gets on the mend sooner than later.
Yeah, and especially too when she's an independent wrestler versus signed to like one of the big 2, the big 3, and everything like that. That's you've got to kind of eat that cost and everything too.
Yeah, no, I mean it's tough. It's tough being an independent contractor like that. So yeah, I really hope that she gets better, she gets back to it. If anyone out there wants to support her, there's links all over the place. But yeah, I mean it's super unfortunate, and I think sometimes when we're very critical of what the athletes do or can't do, you got to remember that at the end of the day, they're putting their bodies on the line to give us a little bit of entertainment. So nothing but respect and love, and like I said, I hope she's back at it sooner than later for sure.
Right. Well, transitioning to another female athlete out there that won't be back at it sooner rather than later, I feel. The Britt Baker news going around that apparently Tony's had enough. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of this.
It's funny. I have a little bit of an idea with this one. I believe stories about Britt Baker have been going around forever. The issues with Thunder Rosa, even when they did that fucking show, or too early for that kind of language. But even if you have when they did the reality show with Cole and she seemed so petty, I understand, and I do believe that a lot of people kind of been rubbed the wrong way by Britt. It was another example of Tony putting somebody on a pedestal that maybe hadn't earned it. She maybe earned it within those walls, but I think it went to her head. It's unfortunate, but a lot of people think like, okay, she's done, blah, blah, blah. If you could turn Britt Baker into a reclamation project in the WWE and like put her back together and put her in a place that's actually governed, if she wants to, we don't even know if she wants to, but if she wants to, man, I think there's something there that you could really do, and it would be a huge neener if you could actually right that ship.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, can you right that ship? Because if she goes to WWE, she goes to NXT. I feel she goes to NXT. I don't know. Do you jump her to the main roster? I think
No.
she needs,
Nope.
if you gotta, like you said, if you gotta rebuild her, you gotta tone that attitude down. Because we all know she legit shoot kayfabe, whatever you want to call it.
You've got to teach her to wrestle. Right? So, finish.
No, it's you've got to still manage that attitude and everything. And we know very much that attitude isn't just her character, that's been a known thing. Do you also think, though, that it's become a little bit of, now that it's out, that Tony's fed up with her and everything, that you see the fan base turn on her? That's when now, well, we're done with that toy, so let's bury it and put it away.
Yeah, and you know what? It's the funniest thing, though. As much as, listen, I started the conversation with the idea of this has kind of been a known thing with Britt for a while. Right. However, there is a trend. It happened with Cody, with Punk. It's happened with others when they're all of a sudden on the outs with TK. All these fucking reports come out about what a douchebag they are, what an idiot they are. How, we saw it with Cody. There was a creative rift between Elite and Cody. Like, there's always been this, like you said, when I don't want to play with my toys anymore, not only does Tony forget about them, he buries them. He makes sure he throws some dirt on them. It's a very interesting thing. And this whole, like, don't call back, ignore like a jaded Tinder date. That's insane. Like, how do you run a business and you're just like, I don't take calls from so-and-so anymore? It's crazy.
Yeah, well, he like, once he gets sick of a toy, he just would rather, like, I'm going to destroy it so no one can play with it, even though I don't want to play with it anymore. Because again, I want to know what was the breaking point here, because again, it's been a bit known that Britt's got a bit of an ego, and you signed someone known to have an ego in Mercedes.
But how do you tolerate and overbook a Chris Jericho or a Mercedes Moné, but you can't put up with Britt's attitude? Why? Like, what's the difference? Now, one of the biggest issues for Britt is, working two jobs. Like, if she was to consider the WWE and continue wrestling, she would either she'd have to give up her practice, or at least step away from her practice and have others in place, because the WWE is not going to allot her time to do both. And they're going to want her focused on her craft, right? I mean, I think it's going to be like Jade. Remember how long, even up until now, they've slow played Jade because she has to figure it out. And now Britt, I think, could probably get there faster. I think there's upside to Britt, but you're not going to be a good anything if you do it once every 6 months.
Facts. But do you think she could go to a place like we watched last night with TNA, of a place that just recently signed someone that's no issue in the locker room and everything, but as we saw last night, can very much wrestle in the ring and go. Yeah.
Could you?
She wasn't off TV because she can't wrestle, folks. She was off TV for different reasons. But yeah, if you get Britt and Tessa in the same locker room,
I was about to say that, my guy. Like, what would that be like? But I mean, again, we recently heard Action Bronson. We recently saw him come out in an interview. And again, people can say whatever they want. Like, the AEW tribalists can't go around insulting everybody that says stuff like this. Lufisto came out and talked about the dressing room being cliquey and awkward and weird. Action comes out, says the same thing. Again, there's too much smoke for the fire not to be there. Like, you can, and it's the weirdest thing where the AEW fan base, like the real hardcore fan base, they ignore everything, and their answer to anything is just how, like, I'm just going to be belligerent and insulting. There's no fire back or counter argument. It's just, you're fucking dumb. I hate you. You don't belong here. ... It's crazy.
There's no actual discussion of the conversation or the topic at hand. It just becomes basically name calling and insulting.
It's so weird. So weird.
Right. Well,
but that's why we got
smoke and fire. Should we say hi to the people?
We might, yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, I think it's going to be very interesting times for that. But folks, we are live all week long. Like I mentioned, we are live on Twitch as well. I see a few names popping in. We're up to double-digit followers on Twitch. Milestone, bitches. Let's go.
Right.
But super pumped about that. Raw is going to be a fun one. We'll go through the card. Quickly start roll call, but Damien's first one in the chat tonight. Looking forward to Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Presumably the main event tonight, Nick, and it should be a banger.
Oh, absolutely, especially when they're hyping it up as a WrestleMania rematch, or as
right?
Punk put it out there for the Divas title.
Right, and they got all the time in the world. I mean, the show's going to be around 2.5 hours apparently,
Well,
and we'll see.
well, allegedly though, because that's the thing is everyone had that whole story of like Penta went long, but the show
Yeah,
went short. So it's like, what the are you saying?
yeah. People talk shit. Eric, what's up? What's up? What's going on for Wrestling for Life buddies? Can't wait for Bailey versus Nia Jax. Will Roxy pop up again? I would expect Roxy to pop up. I think there's something there, and we now have Bailey, and Nia might be out of the picture completely, Eric, because Bailey is a member of Raw now.
Yeah, interessante. And have you all due respect to the hardcore Wyatt Six fans and everybody out there? I know you were kind of there for a bit and everything, but now they believe that like WWE's lying, or it's still part of the storyline that the Wyatt Six is still on Raw, even though they said that they're going to SmackDown because Pearson
Well,
put a tweet out saying it's official and all
well,
of this shit.
here's the thing: there is a
Yeah.
theory out there that the only person that has said that the Wyatts are on SmackDown now is Karrion.
Mm.
So Miz wants Karrion. Karrion's going in to get a match with the Wyatt Six or Bo or whoever. Comes back out and says, "Ah, shucks, they're gone to SmackDown." Maybe he lied. I don't know.
Fair enough. I saw that a bit of that going around. I didn't know he was the only one that said it. I guess I must have forgot that.
Right.
But it seems also like Karrion's trying to get into a thing now with Sami because they put a thing out about how Sami's going to have a promo tonight and everything. And Karrion Cross quote tweeted it, kind of interested in it.
That to me, I like. I really like the idea. If you want to get Karrion over as a heel, if you want to get Karrion in something that people will give a shit about, Sami Zayn's the guy. Put him in there. People will be cheering. The more you cheat him, the more you beat him down, the more heat you'll garner. I think it's good booking. It might actually be a nice step in the right direction for Karrion.
And you try and use that character that Karrion has of trying to corrupt everybody, and Sami seems like the guy that's incorruptible.
Yeah, I like that. I do.
Right.
C Money, welcome back. Joe, welcome back. TJ, welcome back. Christopher, how you doing? Damien, back at it again. DMD, Dr. Britt Baker is done in AEW. We'll see. That was some of the breaking news for tonight. Yeah, Penta will be in action against Pete Dunne. So that shall be fun.
Right. Does Butch run in and interfere?
Butch gets in the way every time. What's up, Christian? What's up, everyone? Get ready for sports talk and politics. No politics. This is a politics-free zone. I don't give a shit about your politics. Keep them to yourself. And we just stick to the fun stuff. Wrestling.
Yeah, he doesn't even go here, and I don't even go there.
Right? No. What's up, Polo? Ryan, how you doing? What's up, Nick? KJ, have a good one tonight, as always. But I'm very disappointed in whoever tried to do that foul act to my last melon.
Oh, all right. So did you?
Oh, not cool at all. Yo,
yeah.
It's crazy because people who know I do this. My DMs just blew up with all of the last stuff today.
Oh yeah, I Polo hit me up about it. Our buddy CJ actually reached out and sent it to me and everything. I'm like, my guy, it kind of very clearly seems like a hack a little bit. Like, yeah, but that's crazy that we're going to that resort now with these people and everything.
Well, you got to be careful, especially with like fucking AI. It's a monster. So we'll see. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlight. What's up? Jason, 2745.
I think he was trying to sig up and letting us know where he's at with the
I got 14, 35, 34, 33.
I got 30, 29, but we normally end up synced up perfectly when we get to the thens and the nows.
Right. Wrestling Proud, welcome back. Psycho Sid versus Stone Cold Austin tonight. Paul, we can all hope. Right. Yeah, there goes. Zero Merdo knee pads. All right. No Fear knee pads is also his nickname from high school. Can we get a surprise from Britt and Black in the Rumble? Malachi Black, if he's out, yes. Britt would blow my mind, dude. I say do it.
I think she'd still be under contract though. That's the thing, is she might be on the outs and she just sits on the sidelines. We know Tony's not opposed to that.
No. He has a list with the Ray Phoenixes, the Wardlows, the Ricky Starks. Like, These are people just sitting at home with no word. Like, it's insane. It literally is insane. But yeah, to the question, we don't know when Britt's contract is up. People are saying she's done with AEW, but just because she's done with them and they don't want to use her doesn't mean she's not contractually obligated to be a part of that company. It would be interesting, and I think if she does become free, I'd sit her down, I'd have a conversation, see where her head's at, see if there's something there that you could work with, because I think she has the foundation of someone. I think she's a star. When she was at the top of her game in AEW, it clicked. Her entrance worked wicked. It worked. She was over with the crowd. But if she has a shitty attitude, it's not going to help.
But that's the thing. She has to come in knowing you're no longer even close to the big dog in the fucking yard anymore. You're a small fish in a very large pond. And if you strike out with WWE and AEW, your options get much, much, much more limited.
Right. And you figure TNA's in bed with the dub. I mean, so that might be off. And how much else? Like, I mean, the other thing is just real quick, but see all the Japanese wrestling companies got together and said, we're going to do it. Trying to bring prominence back to Japanese wrestling. This should be interesting.
I like it. I love it. They needed it so very much. And it's really interesting because for the longest time, Japanese wrestling's been so fucking divided. And it's like the territory days type of style. And now with them being a unified front, maybe this also, and I know somebody mentioned in our Discord and everything, maybe it's, and I'll run it by you, of maybe now AEW gets left in the middle of this kind of uniting of sides here, because I know that they have a bit of the working deal with New Japan, a couple other companies, but now you're seeing TNA and WWE. You see all the Japan companies unite together. So Tony, you can't fuck over New Japan because you're fucking us all over now.
I wonder if that's their way of stop not working with Tony, of like, well, it used to be my vote, but now I got 4 friends that I got to run by shit by. So sorry.
Right.
We'll see.
You got a JWA over there.
Yeah. I mean, if Tony can keep that pipeline, he now has access to everybody real easy. And again, go ahead.
I was just going to say, but the dub has connections with Noah too, because
Noah too. Yeah.
Omos is over there. They've sent Nakamura over there. So interessante.
No, absolutely. And we can talk about more of that coming up. But Paul, good to see you. Back to the old school. Oh, my bad.
He was talking about Sid and stuff.
Jordan's coming. A lot of people think Jordan's on our way. It could very well be the case. As there you go. Welcome to the membership, Polo. Yeah, I mean, Jordan said her goodbyes. We saw the video going around of her backstage saying goodbye to peeps. Jordan Grace is leaving, and now we're just all speculating on where she'll pop up next.
WWE, 100% WWE. I really liked seeing that whole little surprise they did it backstage. If they throw the cake in her face, they give her the forever championship and everything.
Yeah, no, it's touching. And again, same with Josh Alexander in a way, right? You know, a lot of speculation about him, but he kind of gave the old points and send off. So interesting time.
I saw a thing on Twitter that was Santino's like, no, you're at least showing up for the first time we're live and everything, because he doesn't run out till like February or something. So they might get one more date out of him.
I'm good with that. Jason, welcome. Cooper, Austin, 87. AKJ and Big Nick. It's wrestling proud. There you go. This chat needs knee pads. There you go. Welcome, MDP. Checking around. So we are getting the Twitch comments coming in. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah, we might have to enforce the knee pad police over on Twitch and everything like that.
Right. Vance, how you doing? Jake, how you doing? Jason, got you already. Misfit Wrestling Podcast. Always good to see you. Apparently, AEW is never planning on releasing Britt Baker either. And I mean, again, the question with Britt Baker's contract, and we won't go too far into this because we only got about 9 minutes, but the question will be, what was time off and what was just unused time? Like, I was available. I was healthy. You just weren't booking me. Like, so that will become a very interesting talking point. Unless they're both just like, we don't give a fuck. Goodbye. Bye, Felicia. We're out.
Yeah, but AEW's the weirdest thing, because it's a company you can be done with and still not done with. It's like when you're like, you break up and then you didn't break up type of thing. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? Because like Miro, I think, still might be under contract with AEW somehow.
Right. Yeah, I mean, again, it's tricky to follow it all. I mean, again, we've talked about this, and going back to Raw, the face on the screen, Penta tonight. I expect a fun match with Pete Dunne. A lot of people had a lot of positive things to say about this debut. He feels like a whole new star. And if you're Britt Baker sitting at home and going, okay, Tony doesn't want to use me, I wonder if I go play nice, can they give me the Penta treatment? You know, can they make me feel like like a big deal like this?
Well, that went around that there was from sources that there was a big, like there was a few people within AEW that saw Penta's debut and had that exact thought of like, well, what could I do over there if they're going to do that with him?
Well, that's an interesting point, right? And I mean, listen, we're going to get off trail. We should talk about some point tonight. The working contract, the handshake deal between Kenny Omega and Tony is like, I read that and I still think it's not true, but it's been like he's not officially signed AEW at this point in history. So I don't know if he's getting paid per appearance. I don't know, Nick. I don't get it. And I don't
Tony, take a lesson from TNA. We saw how that works out. If you watch GCW, you saw how a handshake deal with somebody can work out if you're TNA. Right? So Tony, if you're going to use somebody, have them under fucking contract.
Yeah, holy shit. We got so much to talk about. We only got 7 minutes, so I'll keep going with the chat. But
hi.
Even PCO running a shoot last night in an epic way.
I feel weird. That's like almost the biggest story that came out of Genesis. Joe Hendry won the TNA championship, and he's second fiddle to the digital media championship.
Right. I think Joe's still big, but yeah, you're right. Like, I mean, a lot of people talked about it. Like, PCO is not a guy that you see in circulation a lot. So the fact that he was kind of blown up threads today, I was like, all right.
Oh, he put it out on Twitter that I never thought I'd see the day. The digital media championship was talked about more than the world title.
Right. Richard, welcome. Boston, good to see you. Good to see you. Vance, Jason, Richard again. All right, get some Misfit. We got you. Cherokee George, welcome back. Tony, always a pleasure. Seems like anything AEW has talked about, it seems like drama. Nothing good to talk about in AEW. Not a good look for Mr. Khan. Your company is falling apart, the roster. I do think that's a very valid point, and I think it's something you and I have talked about a lot, Nick. They need some positive press. They need some good shit to happen. Everything's bad, whether it's accurate or not. And I know the tribalists out there are swatting it like flies, but it can't all be wrong. It can't all be lies. Like, it's just constant bad news. Like,
but that's the thing, is a little bit with this, with holding on to people, with having it publicly come out of Tony Khan's done with Britt Baker and he can't take it anymore is a direct quote and all of that. Like, just then let them go. Why keep them there? Like of Ray Fenix, why keep them there and keep it going as a consecutive bad news cycle? Just be done with it, cut it, and move on.
Well, it's funny because that's where you say WCW and I say VKF.
Yeah,
that's what that feels like for me. Is Vince always felt like that. I'm not going to use them, but no one else can have them. Like,
that's fair. But a lot of people, if you say that to an AEW fan, their head will just explode.
Right. Timothy, welcome. I feel like Triple H is Bischoff right now, beating Tony Khan and AEW 83 weeks in a row in the ratings.
No, because it'll be 84, 85, 86, 87. It's going to be a Goldberg streak out here.
Yeah, it kind of feels like post Monday Night War WCW.
The war, that's the thing, is it's the closest I think we ever got to anything reminiscent to that war. And it was over a lot fast. Like, one side doesn't know the war's over.
Well, and it was never really a war, right? Like things happened back then.
A skirmish.
It was a bit of a skirmish. Like it was a skirmish is a good way to put it. But they never really got in the ring together. It was like a sparring match. Like, the other one's not ready to box with God yet. Laura Rock, welcome. KJ, that is my replica belt. Nice. Good job.
Shout out. Well, shout out OG Dale winning back the predictions title and everything.
He ran the gambit last night. Went perfect. P1 Kicks. What's up, fellas? Always a good time when y'all are live. All the drinks in the background. Where's the bartender? Much love, fellas. The bartender. Should be making drinks.
Right.
Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate it. Spaz is always coming in the door with the money throwing. He makes it rain around here. WWE just
Does that make us hoes?
I got home.
You walked into that one.
As we hit triple digits in the chat, we're like, so are we hoes?
At least we're admitting it.
Right. Welcome to the show, folks.
Right.
But WWE could piss off everyone all at once. We could live in a Charlotte versus Britt versus Tessa at WrestleMania. Yeah, just like
not thrown around.
Right. The man just wants to sit on the hill and watch it burn. Also, Bailey moves to Raw, and Kaz might be here tonight. Big love. What about Camille? I mean, that's another option. Apparently, she done. Like, she gone.
Yeah, but is she, again, when it comes to AEW, are you done, or are you just done?
Is she just on the, like, do not use?
Are you just, we'll put them over there.
Right.
Just one kind of book shows, just cross them off the list.
Camille doesn't like her booking. We'll just cross her off the list. Roll Tide, cheering for the college football. I am everywhere. There you go. Out of control. Who returns first, Becky or Charlotte? Both at the same time. Charlotte's already teased Becky back at the Rumble.
Yeah, but I think they both show up at the Rumble.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe. So, yeah, I think both at the same time was the correct answer.
Yeah, well, they can't both come out at the same number, my guy. Right? One would technically have to come out before the other, but yeah,
I'll go Becky. Becky's going to come in at 3. Charlotte comes in at
Charlotte's in at 4.
I don't know, but I mean, same night. Jacob Fatu versus Braun Strowman. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Make sure you're here for Saturday Night Main Event, folks, because we got that match and we've got Gunther versus Jey Uso as well for the world title.
Great match on that one.
Facts.
But we're a minute 20 away from the start of the show, folks. Going to be a fun one. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let's keep us in triple digits tonight. Be a friend, tell a friend, take our link, share it with everyone you know. Let's see how many people we can get here at one time. We want to see that number keep climbing and climbing and climbing, folks. Floyd, welcome. Byron, welcome. I can now confirm Towers mode has been leaked on Please. Oh, great. LJ from BK. Happy Monday. The last night was awesome. I got a pay raise today. I'm so happy. Everything coming up, LJ.
There you go. Hey, everybody's getting winning out here. Anthony had his greatest week ever. LJ's got their greatest week going on out here.
Right.
Everyone's out here living their best lives. You love to see it in 2025.
Right. I think I missed Lady B. Welcome to the chat. OG Dale, congrats on the championship and welcome back. Alexander is here. ABJ is with us. Let's get twitchy.
Right. I see the one and only. Are you guys ready for JBL to be on Raw?
I was like, the one and only who?
The one and only. Literally the one and only. Well, it's interesting. We're going to see JBL in back-to-back nights, my guy.
It's crazy, right? Like, and again, someone asked last night or the other night, are you surprised that JBL is going to be on Raw? No, I'm surprised they're advertising it. I'm surprised, like, it's tune in for JBL. It worked. It works.
Yeah, well, does he just show up, clothesline somebody, and leave? That seems to be his MO now.
He might be on commentary.
He's here because it's boring. Oh, could you? I'm ready for Monday Night Raw on Netflix, Michael.
He's gonna get beat up by Graves.
It's John o'clock, motherfucker.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting the kickoff of the show. For those who don't know, Nick and I are gonna sync up then.
Now.
Just a hiccup.
Yeah.
Forever.
There we go. Forever.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we get together.
Yes. As Notre Dame scores, let's go.
If you want to make sure your stream synced up with ours, we are on the big logo now, and you can follow along at the same pace we are going. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being a part of the show. And as we say, be a friend, tell a friend. We're growing fast, folks, and we want to see this blow up in 2025.
Absolutely, absolutely. As we're in Dallas, Texas, so fitting that JBL is going to be there. So again, like somebody saw somebody just mentioned in the chat. But Jules saying, what if JBL brings some TNA guys with him now? Because
Right?
he's been talking about a little
Nick
faction,
Nemeth?
maybe get a little Jigglypuff.
Nick Nemeth?
Yeah.
Could he come back in and they go, that's Nick Nemeth, former TNA champion?
Nah, no, because I don't know, because they're gonna we want some Zig.
Right. Like,
How do you
Penta
bring him back with
tonight.
like not his Ziggler music?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I'm here, but he keeps but yeah, Penta Pete Dunne. Look at the graphic they're using. That's cool.
Oh, they've very much up their production game, and shout out Punk showing up with Rhea jump by Nia.
Nia kicking off the show, folks. Off and running.
So Nia must be going to Raw too then? It's weird because Nia seems to like she never wanted to go back at TV.
Right?
That's what I don't like.
Yeah, we're okay. We're moving on from that. Charlotte's on the way, bro. And I've been calling it for months. And I can't wait for the dirt sheets to start reporting it like it's breaking news. But the princess versus the queen writes itself.
But you could have had Tiffany versus Nia to get you to there. You can prolong that and delay it a bit with having the feud. Like it logically breaks my brain because that's what makes the most sense. If someone screws you over, you want to get revenge back on them, not just pick some random other person to be mad at.
Well, I think
you're a goddamn psychopath if you do that.
She did say, "I'm really pissed off at Tiffany. Tiffany, it's not really Tiffy time," and she entered in the Royal Rumble. So there you go.
Fair. Yeah.
I don't know.
Cole wins. So this is just becoming a new thing with the commentary team of like at least out by the crowd or walking out or what have you.
Corey Graves. I want Corey Graves to kick Wade right in the mouth.
Did you imagine?
Just super kick out from out the camera frame in.
Boom, I just kicked Stu.
But here comes Jey Uso to kick this one off, folks.
Real quick. Jules, what up? Ronan, what up? Alex, what up? JV, what up? How you not see a 300-pound Samoa? Hey, she might be slimming down. She's slimming down.
I mean, she's stealthy. She's light on her feet for a,
Mr. Noob, stay warm out there, folks. Every brake drum was frozen. Just spent 45 minutes in -4 degrees, banging on them with a sledgehammer.
Boo-hoo, -4. I'll see you at -18, sir.
Well, I'm Celsius Fahrenheit.
No, I'm just being Canadian about it. Mr. Noob, I hope you're all right and keep rolling. I know it's cold as shit in a lot of places. We are having a bit of a cold spell right now, and it sucks. But then I know you got like 12 feet of snow, so
we got 6 inches. Not quite that bad. Yeah. Kayfabe guys not even talking about the entrance. Yes, we are. They're going crazy.
Look at this crowd.
Is that like Cole conducting the fucking audience right in front of the ramp? Like I saw somebody in front of the announce desk just yeeting away.
Yeah, man. Liv should get a rematch. How many times? Let it go, bro. Yeah, like just take a nap. Michael Cole eating like a 75-year-old. It's fucking hilarious.
That is cool. Well, the last time he was out there eating and up on the desk and everything, his freaking phone thought they needed to call an ambulance or his little smartwatch.
Right. But Jey Uso here set to take on Gunther on Saturday night, folks. He wants to be the world champion. Could he do it, Nick?
No, but it'll be a hell of a match. Well, and this is a good way to kick off Raw. Again, you kind of mentioned it, and it's lost with, Raw being on Netflix. This is only the 3rd episode of Raw being on Netflix. That we've got pretty much everything's a go-home show for Saturday Night Main Event.
Right. What's up, Christopher? Again, yeah, it is a go-home show. You got to sell us in some stuff. That's why we open with Jey tonight. And again, they like opening shows with Jey because listen, I don't want to do this a lot tonight, but I got to burn my saddle a little bit about all the whole situation. But like when you open the show like this and the crowd is on their feet, losing their fucking mind, It's a wonderful thing. It's beautiful. When you open like 9 out of 10 shows with Jane, it doesn't have the same effect. It just doesn't have the same effect.
Anytime you see a concert, anytime you see a live performance or whatever, they started off with something that's going to get you hyped. You don't play, here's something from our new album to start off the fucking show. You started off with something that everyone's going to know, everyone's going to sing along with, and get ready.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, start the show with energy. Bring the energy in. And a great start. Michael Cole doing the, and Wade doing the little, hello, how are you? And then throwing to Jey. And the whole building is on their feet.
And again, I like that they take the huge wide shots and everything of showing everybody losing their fucking mind. It's, again, it feels very Attitude Era of you've got a bunch of signs, you've got a packed house, and everybody's losing their marbles.
Right. And I think it's a bit of a flex sometimes. Just
well, I saw everybody making the memes about what Penta when he kind of looked at the other side and got all big-eyed. He's like, oh, they sell tickets over here too?
I saw a lot of TNA fans doing that today, comparing like Collision's crowd to Genesis. It's like, ouch. Ouch. Yeah. They're all getting in on the war.
Well, Lauderdale was out there, I guess, kind of some people thought. I didn't fully hear his whole promo, which he even acknowledged. Like we mentioned how he was kind of reading it off his phone. He's like, sorry, I'm not a performer. I don't plan this. I wrote it out like 5 minutes before. So he at least owns up to it.
That's good.
But yeah, I guess he took a little pot shots in other directions and everything too. But
yeah, see, and no, I understand it's tough. It's tough. But when you are making little pot shots, but you're reading them, they don't zing the same way, right?
Yeah.
But I know at least he owned it. But again, it was just like there's some Cole's notes in there that you can kind of ad lib a little, my guy. But I get it. It's not his forte.
Right. And I think this is the smartest goddamn idea that WWE's come up with merch with quite a while of Dallas Yeet and everything like that. San Jose Yeet. Every city they go to, you can do a play on the fucking Yeet and everything.
Gunther!
Glorious.
I wish. Dying for one more there. Where's GBL? Patience, man.
Well, I was going to answer, where's Pat? Pat's he was doing stuff for the college football championship.
That is true. Pat did get the night off.
Right. Jose is saying, I heard Cornette mention more signs too. Did the signs go away? Yes, there was a chunk of watching wrestling to where signs were few and far between.
And then they were very particular about the censorship on the signs. Now to the point where they're showing signs of the night, encouraging people to try and get on.
They make it a whole segment. Like I saw there was one guy on SmackDown, show me your tiffies.
Show me your tiffies. I like it.
But that's the thing is now they're encouraging it and making a moment, because it used to be, you see pictures from the Attitude Era, like late 90s, early 2000s, and you almost can't tell how many people are there because there's so many goddamn signs up and everything.
I saw it. Was it last night or the night before? The sign said, "The guy behind me can't see."
Well, that's like can create a sign. Remember in like No Mercy where you can choose the signs that people had and shit.
We're yeeting away. Gunther doesn't give a shit about the yeet.
Oh yeah,
right. Caged yeet. Curtis, my score for Sunday: Bills 35, Chiefs 17. All right,
let's go, Curtis. Let's go.
I think KJ liked singing the Gunther intro, no doubt. The voice of an angel. What can I say? I wish Pat
songbird of our generation.
Was it a cross between Jesus and Sarah McLachlan?
In the arms of an Austrian.
Right. I will give Inglorious.
I will give in.
No, I think we deserve. I think at some point
TNA.
Let him do something to TNA. Let him do something, and the Glorious, and give it to someone else. Like give it away.
It's too good not to sit on the shelf.
It's too good not to be a thing, right? Like, here you go. You are now my protege, Glorious Pete Dunne. Like, Gloria, like I don't care who it is.
No.
Right?
Glorious Josh Alexander.
Right? I just
Glorious
want
Ethan Page.
Ethan, yeah, Ethan, take this. It's yours now.
Right.
ABJ, this shit is this predictable garbage that come out and take all of the time the fans are going. Why are you so angry, Paul? And as
Because
soon
it's
as
not old school wrestling.
No, I mean, I got no problem with how this starts. The babyface comes out, gets the entire crowd jazzed, and then gets interrupted by the champion who comes out and tells him why he's not going to win. Yeah.
And this is how you're going to get Jey over as the babyface. If you're going to have Gunther beat us over the head with talking about how you don't deserve to be in the same ring with me. There's no way you stand a fucking chance of beating me and all of this and that in the third. So then again, like we were talking about with Sami, Jey becomes you believe in it. He's the underdog. He's the fucking Mighty Ducks in this situation, taking on the terrible Austrian hockey team.
But again, I mean, it's called story building. It's important. It's necessary. Other companies, and not just one, I'm not picking on one company, a handful of other companies have tried to do like we don't need the story stuff in the past, and it just never works out. Stories matter. This matters. And again, I know you call it predictable, but yeah, we do, it's not exactly rocket science that the babyface and heel bump into each other and have a conversation leading into a match on Saturday.
And again, you get this to start off the show. This will probably be the last thing that we see about this, for the most part until Saturday. So it's fresh in everybody's mind, but we're not going to talk about it over the next 2-3 hours here.
Yeah. And again, opening the show with Jey is perfect.
Right.
What's up, Anthony? How you doing on his TNA hangover after last night? I know the man was super impressed with what Genesis pulled off. It's going to be interesting to hear his take this week when he's on, not to mention next Saturday when he reviews it all. I'm really curious to see what the next few days hold as the dust settles from Genesis. But nobody covers TNA better than Anthony, and I hope you're doing well tonight, sir.
Absolutely.
This
right here's my squad.
Right. Alicia, Raw Live 210. Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
Can I just point out too that Jey Uso's just turned yeet into the what chant? Everyone that's mad at the what chant, it's now just the yeet chant.
100%. Yeah.
There's my squad right here. Yeet. These my people over here. Yeet. Right. They rock with me over there. Yeet.
Yeah. It's smart. Again, people hated the what chant. They're going to hate the yeet chant, but it's over.
And it came from him showing up tipsy to a fucking press conference with goddamn Cody Rhodes.
Right. Yeah, no, that's again one of the fun things of Gunther just whooping his ass.
Right? Why did that guy in the front row hold his replica championship like Gunther was about to come for it? What are you doing, my guy?
That's what I was thinking, MDB. Fergie.
Yeah. Well, MDB also pointed out, and I won't click on it, but shout out Michelle, of how glorious is your version of how I'm with Broken Dreams.
Yeah, it's true. I even like when he comes out to like break up a fight. When he comes out of the back and like to break up a fight. Right?
The only agent to get fucking theme music.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if like when the security ran out, you heard, "Stand back, there's a hurricane coming through."
You can't do that in certain southern states, though.
Yeah, shit. They're like, again?
You can't do it in North Carolina, no Florida, no none of that. As Gunther and Jey eye to eye, and the belt's in the middle.
Yeah. He's lost his belt and his socks, but he has retrieved his belt.
Yes, Gunther looking like a pissed off history teacher.
Gunther is
how do I reach these kids?
Yeah, Gunther's good at saying what a lot of people are thinking. Well, like he takes the critics, what the critics say about Jey, and he shoves it down his throat. And again, good energy. Jay's good with the mic. A nice way to start the show. A nice way to get people ready for Saturday Night Main Event. And we're off and running here, folks.
That is the WWE heel way, is to vocalize the criticism.
Yeah.
To acknowledge what outside people kind of say. What's the known perspective?
Right. JBL.
Oh, New Day with JBL. What's up? Of course, that son of a bitch is shaking hands with them, shaking hands and kissing babies.
You guys are doing great.
Kofi shaved his mustache, so he's just got the weird chin strap beard, and I hate it. I hate it.
Just the chops. That's rough. This is interesting. Oh wait, he's putting money in his pocket.
They're trying to buy off JBL.
You had to cut the
dead weight.
Man, if Jay beats Gunther, F that. I mean, I highly doubt it.
Right.
But man, if he did, whoo-wee. It's not even like an F that. It'd be like, holy shit, where is this going?
Right.
It's because Gunther Goldberg at Mania is going to be non-title.
That's honestly, I'm starting to think, could you see
or Brock
if Punk versus Roman happens at WrestleMania in a main event, could you see it being for a world title because Gunther lost it to one of them?
Gunther loses it to Jey loses it to Roman at Elimination.
It goes all the way around. I don't know. I think Gunther versus, say, a Roman or Gunther versus a Punk fucking bangs.
Oh.
Booyaka, 619.
Yeah, as we're getting Ray coming out.
Right. Ronald of the most mysterious. So mysterious, he cut off KJ's lights.
Lights said,
what up, Icelandic hockey team? Yes, I know. At this point, anyone but the Chiefs kind of wish the Commanders won, though. I'll take that. I wanted a Bills versus Detroit Super Bowl, but yeah, it's anyone but the Chiefs.
Detroit shit the bed.
They just got a little too fancy. I said it last night it was Dimsu. Don't make shit up. Just don't. Why are you doing a trick play that late in a game, in a close game?
Oh, I don't know, man. I'm shocked, but I mean, they at least in my neck of the woods, they were a 10-point favorite. They blew it.
There you go. But they were very much a heavy favorite. But yeah, Ronald Mysterious taking on Kofi Kingston coming up next. Yeah, they were the number 1 seed.
What do you guys think of Mance Warner beating Effie beating Mance Warner? I actually think it was supposed to be Ali. I still think it was supposed to be Ali. I think Ali was going to beat Effie in that first match, but things went sideways. Now I could be completely wrong, but Effie and Warner have been at it all year long. So that's this isn't done by that win, I think.
I really wish that they would have trimmed a lot of the fat. And I know we talked about this, of the whole situation of, because of they were with the New York Commission and everything like that, because they were doing it in New York State, that because Ali had to leave under an ambulance and everything, they had to wait for another ambulance to show up and everything. And that's, I guess, when I was like, fuck it, roll on, move along, air a video package. Well, I hate intermissions, so let that be known. I hate intermissions, but I think the show ran too long. So even if you like Effie versus Mance Warner, I love, Mance Warner is what he's done with being the GCW championship or champion and everything. But the show ran so long that by the time you got there was half the audience and they didn't care anymore because they were barely awake.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know, so, there was some extenuating circumstances, but nonetheless, I think there was there was a lot of long, multiple men matches to start off that show. And I get it. You want to get it. But they would have been a lot better off with some really good singles matches. But just battle royal, scramble, 6-man match, multi-tag team. Like it was a lot of that. You were hard not to burn out an audience and then get to the end.
Well, and in your co-main, respectfully with Cardona, but you sit there and have him versus someone incredible, impossible, whatever. No one knew him. Then Micro Man, and then all of this happens, and then finally, Jimmy turns on him and everything like that. But it's one of those of like, why are you having something that's in your co-main that's just extending and extending and extending? Yeah, trim the fat with a good chunk of that. And do we want to talk about the PCO thing since we're in commercial?
Right now, just so you know, I got JBL coming out to the ring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, forget you don't get commercials. I got commercials.
Entrance looks amazing on the new screen.
Like
it looks like maybe it's the vitamins, but it's super 3D. That's how you do it, Monet.
Right.
The PCO thing blows my mind. Like, I mean, again, in history, we've seen like the garbage drop. We saw what Shane Douglas did, but to take the belt, put it on a chair, and then beat the living shit out of it with a sledgehammer, and just be like, "I'm done." Like, what?
Well, and I love that we were found out in real time, as they found out in real time what was going on. We were all confused. We literally waited till Anthony got here. Of like, so Anthony, you watch TNA a lot more regularly than us. You followed a lot more. What the fuck was that?
We probably found out before some other people in that company. They're sitting at home minding their own business. They're like, wait, PCO did what?
Yeah, well, and I guess it's so funny that he sat there and I guess told like GCW management, like Lauderdale and everything like that, of I'm doing it to further along a storyline with TNA and everything. And then once like he started to smash the belt, and then that's when like their ring announcer kind of was like, and then he starts promo. I sold out the most tickets in TNA history, and the French Canadian accent just kind of killed it with me. It was like Pat Patterson fucking losing his mind cutting a promo. I dare have a TNA snap me.
Right, as we come out of commercial break, and Kathy Kelly is with Bailey. And she fights Nia Jax tonight.
There we go. So shout out whoever was that said that earlier.
PCO did the Mr. Perfect to the belt.
Apparently, they're going to have the Digital Media Hardcore Championship.
Right. Apparently, PCO was pissed at WWE management. Yeah, they haven't booked him in 3 decades.
He's still mad about the Quebecers.
The Quebecers never got the push.
Right.
Bullshit.
I think AJ Francis's comment was the best on it. He's like, that belt hasn't mattered since I dropped it to him anyways.
It was always a weird thing because it was like a digital media, but and in the beginning days, it was very like hardcore title-ish. Like Matt Cardona and Jordan Grace had a phenomenal match for the digital title. But and then we had Moose doing the VR dancing the one time when he was digital champion.
Right.
It's a weird thing, but to me, I'm still shocked that like he just did it. Like, really, bro?
It goes to, and it's the blessing and the curse with GCW of how much it is like an ECW of you never really know what's going to happen. Like, think about it. That show, if certain things don't happen, probably comes across way better, but also doesn't have as many moments that get talked about.
Right. Oh, yeah. More baby. And you don't see that, especially like, you know, they're showing the cowboy. Oh, who are
the professional bull riders.
Bull riders are in the house.
They all look so happy to be there. They're, of course, they don't even have seats. They're just standing there.
This guy's
so like, they're there, and then we'll shuffle them out. He's the only one. Matt West, the announcer, is the only one that looks like he has any goddamn personality.
Right, Matt West got some personality. The guy before Matt West would literally look like, oh shit, they're gonna fly me.
Right.
Oh fuck.
Yes, they're just standing there. So JBL is joining them on commentary.
Yes, JBL is on commentary at the moment. I don't know why.
I just wanted to click on this one real quick because I thought it was hilarious from Jose. Someone said that Patrick Mahomes is Roman Reigns and Josh Allen is Cody Rhodes. The Bills need to finish the story. Let's go.
Oh, the new day's coming out.
Turn it off. Turn it off. We're not doing the
music. So they're getting a new jam.
New song, new intro.
Go back to Kofi's old intro.
Yeah, because that was so hardcore. SOS. I hear them shouting. SOS.
Let's go. Listen to the heat, bro.
I can't take shirtless Kofi serious. Yeah, your fucking chest goes inverted. Right? I can't take you. You don't seem like a threat like that.
One of Kofi's new things. It's literally no shirt. No shirt.
But no mustache with the beard just kills me too.
Oh, look.
Oh, he's gonna just show up, clothesline people, and then we're not gonna have a match.
Well, it looks like it's gonna be Kofi versus Ray.
Well, it's supposed to be that,
right? The heat for the New Day is unbelievable. Get your votes in, folks. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking?
Right. I like that though, because Xavier's still trying to pitch to the New Day Rocks, which is going to incite the New Day sucks chant.
Yeah. And they cut the music, so I want to see what happens with the music situation.
Do they just call Tommaso Ciampa and come out with no music?
Give him something. Come on. Give him something.
No, not from fucking Def Rebel. Right. I'd rather take silence than Def Rebel.
That's fair on a lot of accounts.
Right.
Kofi Kingston with this new bad attitude. I don't know, man. It's like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air trying to be a badass.
Carlton just trying to act tough. Man, sit your punk ass down.
But I love it. I mean, I love how much heat they're getting. It's shocking how good they've been.
Oh, it's great, but I love MDB here. Kofi sticking his chest out tonight. Say it with your chest. Oh, wait.
Right.
Rest in peace, the New Day theme song 2014 to 2025.
There you go. Cut our jam. Don't play it ever again. And again, we've talked about this with other wrestlers. If you want to make us believe that you have a new attitude, you can't come out to the same music. You can't have all the fans singing your song while you're a bad guy. Like, you got to
make it Judas in my mind.
Yeah, among others.
Yeah.
No, it's important. It's part of the presentation. They don't come out to fucking dancing around unless they're being ironic about it. And they instantly shut that shit down, as they should.
Right. Kofi for the win. Who you got?
I'm gonna say Kofi tentatively. Ray 63%, Kofi 27, and nobody 10. I'm kind of thinking like nobody. Ray could look like to be getting close, but I think
about to hit his soul, misses out on the 619. But yeah, I'm taking Mysterious.
Oh, I'm taking Kofi with the help from Xavier.
I am taking Ronald because JBL, who interestingly enough used to be one of Ray's biggest rivals, helps him by clotheslining either Kofi or Xavier or both, and helps Ray get the win.
Nah, I think he
does it after the match.
Yeah, I just think you can't have like Kofi and Xavier need wins to validate the heat they're getting.
I mean, they haven't won shit yet, and they're still getting.
They haven't been shit yet. Like, this is the beginning.
Well, yeah. Remember, this was supposed to be the tag match with Ray and allegedly Penta at the time.
Yeah,
and now it's evolved into a singles match.
Right.
Kofi reverse Irish whipping in the corner from Ray. Oh, little pop out, little step up, getting hit. Kick there.
Right. Shoulder. Again, JBL.
Oh, he tried to get it. Got it. Oh,
punched him in the
face. A little sunset flip bomb there.
Kingston returning the favor.
And Ray flipped a little too fast with that one.
Stomping on Ray.
As Kofi was pointing right at JBL, he just kind of flipped like a motherfucker.
Again, Kofi staring down JBL.
That's not a man I would want to try and provoke.
Boos are still coming out. I think some fans are chanting Kofi sucks. I was a big fan of Kofi Mania.
Wait, what?
JBL. I was a big fan of Kofi Mania. Into the stairs, Hurricane Rana.
Oh, you think we're going into a commercial break here?
Yes.
Yep.
You
or I am. You're not.
Yeah, no, the match goes on, my friend. Can't take Xavier serious with now and later picks.
Who looks less serious? Xavier Woods that looks like he's got Creator Wrestler attire on, or Kofi Kingston that
No
also looks
shirt.
like he has Creator Wrestler attire on and Creator Wrestler facial hair.
Well, the good news is right now it seems like most of the crowd is taking them pretty damn seriously. I guess, I mean, you can take the New Day out of the tag team, but you can't take the,
the New Day.
Whatever. Like, fuck. Oh, here's the extra. Oh.
Wow.
Xavier is grabbing the foot of Ray as he tries to get back in the ring. And Kofi takes advantage.
There you go. Alex saying Ron Simmons going to stop JBL from interfering. Damn.
APA versus the New Day.
Oh, my God.
Just for fun.
I still would take the APA to win that.
Right?
Kofi looks like an NPC from GTA 5. I think they both kind of do.
Right. Xavier does, I think, more than Kofi, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right now with the chain and the bright pants and the black tee is hilarious.
He looks like you playing whatever game and like your default character. Like
right.
An initial option for a default character.
But Kofi squarely in control right now. For those who can't see.
Travis, what up? Alicia saying, bro, you didn't live stream Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh, yes, we did.
It's right there. You can go and click on it. What are you saying?
Yeah, we definitely did. But and we'll be back next this coming Friday, the night before it's Saturday Night Main Event, Thursday, live TNA.
Which is especially now because it's going to be the fallout from everything from Genesis, from now you've got the WWE partnership. Now you've got Joe Hendry, TNA champion. Now you've got, Jordan Grace is out of the company. Josh Alexander's might be out of there. Of Axiom and Frazier versus the Rascals. So interessante.
Right. They conveniently got a picture of both TNA and NXT tag champs coming together in the hallway. So interesting times.
Facts.
Orton was right about Kofi. Stupid.
That's still one of like the biggest, like really just publicly walking down somebody in the ring.
Flogged him in front of everybody.
Pause. Yeah, but Kofi takes down Ray right now. Arthur, sup KJ, Nick. You know what I find funny? Last night, Nick talked about New Japan and AEW, and then just today, Noah working with New Japan, WWE work with Noah. I guess what Arthur's trying to say is, I guess I was talking about the AEW and New Japan deal being on shaky territory, and then now maybe this whole New Japan thing takes that away. I don't know.
Yeah, not quite sure, but I mean, a lot of moving parts, Arthur, and again, I think miscommunication, perhaps.
It's interesting to see like a New Japan NWA kind of version of to see all the Japan companies united under one roof, because that's never happened.
No, it's crazy.
Mysterio.
Sunset, roll through, drop kick. Again, and you see more breakups in Japanese wrestling than unification. So this is monumental, and I think it's the Japanese wrestling understanding that they're not in the best of spots. The attendance at Wrestle Kingdom not great. Again, being a little concerned that interest in Japanese wrestling has gone down, and that might be due to one of their friends, actually.
Yeah, well, that's the biggest thing, and I think we mentioned that as an eye gouge from Kofi onto Ray, but New Japan interest has dwindled the more that they've been partners with AEW, and that's not just a coincidence.
2. Well, and again, even like a byproduct of not even the direct relationship, but pre AEW existing, you had the Ring of Honor guys, you had independent guys, and they would do a lot of runs in New Japan. So Japan, the Bullet Club's a perfect example. The Bucks, Kenny, they'd get a lot of names to come out there. Finn Balor before he got to the dub. Right. And AEW's become that landing spot instead of Japan. Even if they're not working on AEW, they're not going to Japan. Like Tony might let some guys go, but they're signing a lot more. As we set up the 619.
Well, oh, there you called it. Well, right there. Well, Xavier just grabs his foot. All right, you're out of here.
There should have been if the ref saw you trip him, it's technically a DQ, bro.
I don't know. I mean, these refs are at least better than the refs that played that officiated that Kansas City Texans game.
I've never seen Kofi wear jeans before. That's facts.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No way. No
619. Dialing it up. Here we go. What a West Coast.
Knees up. Good match. A highly entertaining match to open this show.
Well, you know, it's two guys that are going to work. These are two vets. These are guys that could have a good match in their fucking sleep, I feel, between the two of them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Kofi can wrestle a broomstick, and so could Ray. I mean, again, you said two guys that can go, can definitely see the energy. Again, a really solid wrestling match. Good ebb and flow. Just thought the match was going to end. Kofi. Ray
sneaks the win.
Who earns?
Oh, we like Mysterio.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, let's go, Ronald. As Woods instantly, he's like, you threw me out then. I can just come right back down. Right now, here comes JBL.
You think JBL or someone else? We got company. The low. And the New Day bailout.
So was JBL just here to be on commentary?
It looks like that for now. Yes. I think that was rumored.
Yeah, we might not be done.
Yeah, I have no idea. Kofi. Oh, wait a minute. That's awesome.
Oh. Walking wild in the ring post.
Into the crowd, and they came around and came back in the other side and pulled out Del Toro.
That's very interesting because you never really see that. Most of the time, somebody talks to the crowd, they're done, they're out.
Yeah, I didn't like the Rey Mysterio W there, but I will say that they held on to some heat with how they ended it.
So JBL putting over Barrett. Sorry, I was listening to the commentary. Yes.
No, I think you were frozen there unless you were very intently listening.
I was listening. So yes. No, I don't believe I froze. Yes.
You did.
May I hope if I did, but yes.
No worries. I was just giving you like the eye. But yeah.
I saw you in the peripherals. Yes, I heard what you were saying. I was trying to see where we were following up with JBL here.
Right. As Penta shines in debut, they're showing all the reports of Penta. Look, putting Penta over like a star. Like, look at all the news coverage Penta got.
Well, that's the thing. And anyone I feel like that they can put like that, like a Wardlow, a Ricky Starks, a Malachi Black, very much they're going to do so. And it's very enticing because you see somebody that shows up in AEW, they may be hot for like a minute or so, a week at best. Or you might debut and have someone else debut right behind you. Literally.
Penta, new era. Real heel tactics, Cry Me a River.
Right.
Chad Gable in the back, roughing up his crew behind Kathy Kelly.
Right. See Bradley out here. I thought you were waving at me, KJ. Hi. 2-3. It's so cold. Did you stick them to a light pole?
Right. Like, keep them away from water, my guy.
No, pour hot water on them.
Right. Like, make sure they're nice and dry before you head out into this weather.
All right. Michael Spike saying WWE Triple H dropping the ball on Dragon Lee. I bet Dragon Lee regrets leaving AEW now.
He was never in AEW, really. And I don't think he regrets shit. He's young, he's got time, but they're not dropping the ball with Dragon Lee. What do you do with Dragon Lee? It's Dragon Lee. Put him back down in NXT. We'll figure it out.
It's going to get interesting. You've still got to set up this mid-card division. And again, not everybody can be the top fucking guy. Stop trying to act like everyone's going to always be the most pushed guy.
Right? You can't use everybody always. And again, all right, give Dragon Lee more time. Who does he take it from? I'll wait.
Well, Rocco is saying hologram over Penta. Boy, what did I just pop in?
Why is it sparkling? Why is it sparkling?
Right. I just sat on the washer.
Right.
Rocco, a puffin penguin.
Sami almost looking like his old gimmick tonight.
Well, conspiracy advice.
Maxine was talking to somebody. Is that Ivy?
Maybe. I saw someone throw out an idea. As I'm in commercial break. I don't know if you are.
I am actually in a commercial break.
Okay. Jordan Grace comes into WWE and actually ends up being like a mentor to Maxine Dupuis.
Could you imagine? I want vignettes like those workout vignettes where like Jordan's trying to get Maxine to work out, but
I'm here to pump.
Right.
Now you're going to listen to me. Yeah.
Speaking of I know you're on commercial right now. I have Karrion Kross and Scarlett talking to Jackie Redmond.
I don't know what's got you more flustered there, Scarlett or Jackie Redmond, because you
out of 3 ain't bad, bro. If we just get that big dude in the middle, right? Shit. But yeah, good promo for sure. I like this promo. It's coming. He looks like coming. He looks like
Fidel Zayn.
Fidel Zayn.
Oh yes. So people were saying that she was talking to Natty.
Oh, it was Natty. Okay, I knew it was. Yeah, thank you.
Well, the last time I remember seeing Natty was when she was wearing that red lace thing and had the things thanging. And
the thing hanging.
Tyson Kidd, you a lucky guy, my guy. I hope you're not still watching Bryan Danielson matches.
Right. But you remember, I mean, we kind of got behind the idea of Natalya winning the IC title, and that went up.
And now we got Bird Lady. Caw.
They love Bird Lady, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like they do, but I don't know how many other people actually do.
I like her. I really like her.
Over Dakota, over this, over that. Like, where does she fall on your list? Is she one of your tops?
It's a weird thing because, like you said, I think there's that lack of connection to the fan base. Like, I'm not really rooting for her, but I like her when I see her. I'll put it that way. She's like that come around girl. Like, yeah,
I don't miss you, but I don't mind seeing you.
Yeah, right. Like, it's kind of that vibe of when she gets in the ring, she's good. She just hasn't really connected with the audience beyond that. You know, kind of. Oh, here comes Sami Zayn. So it's interesting with her.
Fair enough. Well, JV is saying I called it. It's Bird Lady versus Becky at Mania for the IC title. So could you see Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair and Becky versus Lyra? Same WrestleMania?
Yeah, maybe. But I will take a little bit of a pause as Sammy's coming out. But stay tuned, folks. We got lots coming your way.
There you go. KJ is taking a pause for the cause. Yes. As I'm still in commercial break, I've got Ohio State now walking down on Notre Dame with first and goal in the second quarter, 6:19, 6:8. Motherfucker just ran for a touchdown. Sorry. But yes, I'm back-to-back suffering with watching football and wrestling. I'm pulling for Notre Dame. Ohio State just went up over 13-7 on Notre Dame. But yes, at least my Bills won. Nate, don't be speaking ill of my little lucky charm. You can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. Scott Rizzo, what up? The Scott Steiner workout is weird and amazing. The videos are on YouTube. They are must watch. I had no idea that was a fucking thing. Should we try and maybe I'll have to talk, the boys into doing that. If we'll, try and do the Scott Steiner workout and we'll report back. We'll have to check it out first and see how it affects us. Is it just a lot of synthetic things? Because I don't know if I want to do that or can afford it. Well, Jose, it's the Bird Lady Daddy. She's flying in the weather. Get her boots and a pimped out Gucci suit. I love how I didn't even know that I needed to read that in a dusty voice, but I read it in a dusty voice. But yes, we're back from commercial. WWE in Dallas, they're hyping that up. And we're They're bringing out Wade Barrett and they're bringing up Wade Barrett in old school NXT because it happened in Dallas. That would be cool. What? Ian, what up? Really? Charlotte and Becky need to stay away from any titles. But if they're going after, like, well, Charlotte would be going after a world title, but if Becky's going after a mid-card title and everything, like, what? How do you want them to have a feud if, like, you can't be with, going after a title, but you're going to probably bury any, mid-card or under talent that you have a feud with? Like, what do you want them to do? They've got to do something. And still, I think them especially being involved, like a Becky versus Lyra for the mid-card belt, I think almost really validates that mid-card belt. It validates the IC belt, much like Seth winning the Raw World Heavyweight Championship, out the gate a bit. Yes, touchdown Ohio State. As I got Sammy out here cutting a promo right now. He's officially entered into the Royal Rumble. So we've got, Christ, trying to remember everybody. We've got CM Punk, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, now with Sami Zayn. I'm sure I'm missing probably one or two, but not only is the 2025 Royal Rumble getting sacked, you have no idea which way they could go with it. We've finally reached the apex of it to where there is no idea. There is no preconceived outcome. There is no expected result here. You could literally have everyone from, say, a CM Punk to a Rollins to a Drew to a Roman to this to that to somebody who's not even in it. You could see a John Cena win it. Maybe we get a Dwayne. What? Maybe we get a Kevin Owens. What? Fidel saying, Fidel saying the top tier. So Sammy's saying he's in the upper echelon of wrestling guys, like the top, 6 or 7. Randy Orton wins it. Yeah, I forgot he'd probably in it too. Nick, you gonna accept my bet? What was your bet, my guy? Well, man, hope I didn't read it, but yeah, what's your bet? And I don't know how I'm expected to pay you, but yeah. Sean Reed, would it count as a 17 if John Cena won the TNA championship? I feel like it wouldn't because WWE only acknowledges WWE championships a little bit. Because, I mean, Ric Flair really isn't just only a 17-time champion or a 16-time champion. He's got much more than that. So, yeah, I don't know. I did see Joe Hendry challenge John Cena out there to a match and everything with that. But yeah. There we go. And Sammy's bigging up everybody's support. It meant more than it could ever mean. Which, again, folks, I will remind you of your support 100% means more than you could even, I love that with Sam. Again, everything you say, like Sammy says, you just can feel it and believe it. But again, yes, appreciate anybody that has spent any bit of time with us, anybody that's new watching us. Well, hopefully 100%, be a friend, tell a friend, be absolutely the rest of me suck. We never do all that often imitated, all the catchphrases, all the gimmicks. But yes, we 100% just try and be. Kevin Owens is coming out. Oh, we're going to finally get the confrontation. As yes, the Kevin Owens to my Sammy of KJ and all this. But yes, what the. But yes. We just hope that we can always be the wrestling relief that you need in your life. A little escape from the real world out here with just the homies. But yeah, Kevin Owens coming out here. So with the Winged Eagle, with the Bret Hart, like zip up hoodie jacket thing and everything. Let's go because we haven't seen this addressed. Kevin's obviously pissed at everyone that teamed with Roman. And Sammy's the guy that was literally part of the bloodline at one point. They need to address this. This is very interesting. Excuse me, Acoustic Architect. I'm ready for the Rumble, baby. Absolutely. Well, go ahead and make sure you hit that like on that video already, and then I'll let you know when we're live for it. Then we're going live at 5. KJ leaves. Now KO appears. Absolutely. Yes, look at the jacket. Yes, I pointed it out. Sick Bret Hart jacket. But yes, absolutely. It's very fitting. Conspiracy theory that, KJ decides he has to take a pause for the cause. And then all of a sudden, I see Kevin Owens appear up on my screen. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, so we got Sami and KO right now, and Sammy's even just saying, "Come on, Kev, come on." You think that's why I'm here? When I saw you team with Roman, yeah. So this is what we've been waiting for. What I think very much could be Kevin and Sammy's WrestleMania match is those two having another match between the two, built on all of this animosity and everything. I think it's been long enough since they've had a match against each other and had that feud, and now enough's transpired that they can bring it back around, and it'll can put asses in seats, to quote Tony Schiavone. Nick vigorously clicking buttons. Absolutely, 100%. Calisthenics, my guy. Calisthenics. Kevin pointed out how Sammy is a good person. Two snakes looking at each other. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You're my best friend. Alexis, KJ's brother appears. Which one? Hey, so Kevin Owens saying, I wholeheartedly believe that you can and will win the Royal Rumble. I'm waiting for this, though, for this a bit of a turn because he's like too friendly. I like this, though, but is he going to sit there and turn around and say you're going to be facing me for it or something or whatever? This is so crazy. Like, this is, again, to me, the moment that we've all been a little bit waiting for is finally we've got Sami and we've got KO in a ring together, open mics, both in a prominent spot here. Where are we going with this? Yeah, so Kevin Owens out here saying, so not if, but when you win the Royal Rumble, we will get to, face each other in the main event of WrestleMania for the world title. And I'm not going to lie, there's a point to where that could actually be a thing that happens. It may not, it's probably not going to be this year. There's very much a point to where that could happen. KJKO never in the same place at the same time. Absolutely. He wants to face KO's delusion. No, I think he's WWE has managed to nail the whole justified heel angle of Kevin is right, is very much like most people agree with that. It's the same thing a bit with Drew and Punk. That's what made Drew so good, is that everything that he brought up towards Punk was valid. As Kevin Owens just walking off. So really interesting. I'm very surprised by that. Coming out here and pretty much saying I believe you're going to win the Rumble. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. And says, then when I beat Cody, you and I will face each other in the main event of WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. let's go. That was just such a good moment right there, I feel. Boss Gamer, you just told me you were waiting. What? Anthony knows what is going on. Domestic. This crowd is butt cheeks. Well, they're in Dallas. Are they burnt out of? They just saw Genesis less than 24 hours ago. As I got Sheamus with his shillelagh. Oh, speaking of shillelaghs, the man who just finished polishing his.
Just showed up. I had some business to attend to. Sorry.
Yeah, it just so happens that somebody walks off and then you walk on.
Listen, that was a really good segment, though. That was really good. I mean, mind games from Kevin Owens, but dropping it in like, I need you. Like, is some way somehow Kevin Owens and Sami reunite, but Sami comes to the dark side.
I still think. Do you not think that we could get a WrestleMania match between KO and Sami? Like, it doesn't have to be a main event, but it'll be on the card.
Yeah, I could see it. But again, I mean, the idea that what would it be for? Is it just a grudge match?
Grudge match. Oh, it's been the visceral fucking heat between those two and everything.
And if that's the beginning of what this is, I mean, again, it could definitely work out to be that. But Braun and Sheamus having a little hello.
Right. Well, how, visceral has the whole situation between KO and Sami been for the longest time and everything. And even, right there of, I don't know too many people that exactly expected Kevin Owens to be like, I believe you're going to win the Royal Rumble. No. And then when I beat Cody, you and I are going to main event WrestleMania for the WWE title. It felt like he was going to sit there and start pounding him and hit a stunner.
Do it. No, I mean, that's what I think the trickiest part about KO is you don't know. Like, he comes out and it's a mind game. He just walks off with the idea or the sentiment of like, I love you. You're my best friend. Right? Like, it's that simple. Like, it's crazy.
Right. But yeah, that's why I feel like we get into that. It's been so long since we've had a El Generico, Kevin Steen, Sami Zayn, KO match or anything like that. You could run that back and have them just be visceral of I hate you, you screwed me, I screwed you, all that.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think it's there. I mean, I just wonder if part of getting there is just, if anyone's wondering, I got Ludwig with Jackie Redmond. But yeah, I think the idea of, could they start out in some, I mean, again, even just the idea of KO messing with them. If KO loses to Cody and transitions to Sami, murder.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, and we didn't even mention him. Sami sat there and announced that he's, throwing his name in the hat for the Royal Rumble and everything, and then sits there and, because I deserve it.
Right.
Yeah, he was doing the Michael Scott, I declare bankruptcy.
Right. Yeah. I mean, again, I think it's very interesting. It wasn't confrontational, like you said. KO's taken an absolute issue with everybody that kind of sided with Roman Reigns. He doesn't care what the reasoning is. Roman is the problem, and you picking his side makes you a problem. Except with Sami. Sami came out, showed love, talked about their history together, reminded him, like, you're my best friend, buddy. So again, it's a very interesting thing. And maybe KO moves over to Raw after he's done with Cody now. I want KO to win. He's not gonna win, but I want him to win so bad.
I would still love it. And it's Kevin could be completely genuine, but because of the nature of the beast, you expect that he's not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again,
he could honestly forgive Sami, even though Sami's the one that was the most entrenched, was actually part of the bloodline and everything. But still, you're my guy. So no matter what, I got you. But because of the way it's Kevin Owens and the way it's story and everything, like, there's got to be something. Like, he's going to turn around and just stunner this man just because.
As here comes Nia Jax.
Well, there you go. Well, I will be right back. So you can talk about, play Jax and all of that.
Well, she's not like most girls. Nick's not like most hosts. As we get going here, folks, Coming back from commercial break, in memory of Bob Uecker, 1934 to 2025. Again, T's and P's to everyone around the Bob Uecker family and friends. Again, I know Mr. Baseball and a legend. At the minute I see Bob Uecker, I think of Major League. Funny, a guy could take a small role and make it something cool, make it important, make it matter, which he did in those movies. And again, of course, his history with the WWE, WWF. It's sad to see him go. I'm a huge KO fan. I always want him to win. I'm with you, Ian. I'm always rooting for the guy for obvious reasons, I think. Just so happens we're never in the same place at the same time. But yeah, I mean, again, KO comes out, kind of does the unexpected. There's no real confrontation. It just leaves it food for thought. All right, I will put the poll up for everyone out there to get your votes in. Who's going to win this one? I have a feeling I know what's going to win this, but we will see what the fans have to say, as it should be a very interesting matchup. Very interesting that Nia all of a sudden takes out Rhea Ripley. Where does that go? What does that mean? Does Nia Jax end up on Raw? Bob Uecker was the Chelsea Green of his time. I'm sure she'd take that as a compliment for sure. Bayley for the win. Rest in peace. Absolutely. Nia Jax, love. Blaze Trip, good to see ya. How we doing, fellas? This KO heel run out of the last 50. He turns. This one works. It's the story. Completely. I think he locked into something really good here. I mean, I'm a big KO fan, but I admit he had a lot of ups and downs. I don't know if him and Vince really saw eye to eye. KO's not really your prototypical face of the WWE under a Vince McMahon regime. So I'm wondering if, Paul coming on and taking over and booking him better, giving him meaning, everything from his car promos to, what he puts out on social media to the promos like these ones, where the gaslighting, he's been solid. It reminds me of Ring of Honor, Kevin Owens. Right. Just a bit outside. One run. We got one goddamn run. You can't say goddamn on the air. No one's listening anyway. Roxy is in the crowd, by the way. Nia wins with Roxanne's help. Valid. Okay. I accept that, especially now that we see Roxy sitting there. I'm taking Bayley for the win. I don't see Nia losing. I don't, but I could see nobody getting the nod here. But 47% of the chat taking Bayley, 33 taking Nia. Nobody gets 19. So not a bad spread on this one. I'm going with nobody for the win. I could see it boiling down to a nobody. Roxy costing Bayley a close second. Nia coming off losing the title. I don't see her taking a pin. Bayley for the win. I'll take Bayley. Might as well close that. 47% for Bayley in the front there, though. Bayley for the win. We are off and running. Both women down. Bayley in control. I'm kind of over this feud between Nia Jax and Bayley. It's interesting. Fair enough, Damien. It feels... it's interesting because it hasn't really got started, but it's happening. Maybe that's kind of the issue. It hasn't really got out of the gates, but they keep returning to each other. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what the feel is. I'm over it, but it hasn't really got into it. The one thing I will say about Bayley and Nia, they tend to have pretty good matches. There's a pretty good chemistry between Nia and Bayley. Roxanne Perez is at ringside. Sapphic, good to see ya. When Nia wrestles, no one wins. Oh, you got to give some love to Nia Jax. Since returning to the WWE, folks, I think Nia's done great. I think her booking's been solid. I think she's been an absolute heel. She garners a ton of heat. Nobody likes her, and it works really well. But I would say she's improved in ring. I know the cornets out there will never love the refrigerator, as he affectionately calls her. We know that. But I still think she's come such a long way. And yeah, she's had some good matches. She was a good champ. If I wanted to watch this match, I would watch SmackDown the last 5 minutes. Paul's so bitter. What happened to Paul? I feel like you've just developed a bitterness. Love you, my guy. Bayley for the win. She headbutted her. Titties. Grow up. Bayley, tope to the outside. Down goes Nia. Bayley for the win. Bayley for the win. Ohio State. There you go. Oh, Roxanne going for the slap. Big forearm by Bayley. And Roxy falls into the strangers that she's not attending the match with. Security holding little Rox in the air. Seriously, what direction do you see for Liv now? Maybe extended time off. She might get cooled off for a little bit. I know that might break some people's hearts, but it's a way to keep the wrestlers from burning out. It's a way from the wrestlers to not, so you don't get completely sick of them. You let them have some time off. She lost the title. She had a really strong run, guys. I know it gets a bit heated about the topic because some people get too emotionally invested in that regard. But Liv had a really good run. She was strong as a champion. And yeah, let her cool off for a little bit. Nia is in the best shape of her career and doing the best work of her career. MDB, I echo that sentiment, my guy. Absolutely. Big hip thrust in the corner. Do you think Ripley gets involved? That's another option, actually. Nia did beat the shit out of Rhea Ripley earlier tonight. So having Ripley come out is a possibility. We keep thinking a lot about Roxy. I don't know. I'm still struggling. Maybe nobody wins. It just turns into a brawl. We get Nia and Roxy versus Rhea and Bayley. That doesn't even sound good saying it out loud, actually. Picking the Juggernaut for the Women's Royal Rumble. There's been some debate. Some people think maybe she has some time off. Some people think maybe she will be at the Rumble. Some people think she might go to NXT instead. It doesn't matter. It's just a matter of time. It's the inevitable. Inevitable. Yeah, I mean, I think any option works. I'm kind of leaning towards a Rumble appearance, even if she doesn't stay on the main roster. Nia is fantastic. Liv should keep the title. Nah, her time was up, bro. Everybody's time comes to an end. Her time was up. And you know what? She might win it again one day, but her time was up. She had a good run. She lost it to the better competitor. And I mean, again, who knows what Liv does heading towards WrestleMania. Paul is right, though. Didn't we see this recently on SmackDown? Yes, we've seen it a lot. Like the Bayley and partner against Nia, and we've seen it a lot. Again, not to take away from Paul's point, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's been it doesn't feel like a feud, but the matches keep happening. That's what I had originally said. So yeah, it really does feel that way. Ricochet. I used to be so happy. I feel Triple H is effing with me. It happens, my guy. It's all right. They knocked that old lady that was sitting beside her over, right? He brought her grandmother to the wrestling, broke her hip. Be careful, folks. Into a cover, bit of a weird spot there. The finish of Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyria. Oh, dude, unbelievable. Actually, it's funny. When I put kind of like the little package together for 20, I wish that was one of our best reactions, like out of nowhere. Insane. They got to find more ways to let her pull that off. Nia is okay, but she's no Willow. Listen, I think Tony Khan's missing the boat, Corey, with Willow. I keep saying it. Willow should be a merch magnet, but they don't book her proper. Oh, Nia missing. Straight to the run. Down and to the left. Nia looks oh, Kate, that's not very nice. All of your favorite wrestlers got written off TV. Refresh. Anthony, all of your you might have to elaborate on that. Context might be king. That was a quick strike by Ohio State. There you go. I'm picking Jade Cargill for the Rumble. I'm kind of there with you a little bit, MDB. Shh, don't tell anybody, but I'm wondering if that's Jade's big moment, or does Jade get close and that's when they reveal who took her out? Does she know who took her out and why is she not telling anybody? Inevitable. Bayley got crushed. Bayley just taking a beating at this point. If you are just tuning in, Bayley versus Nia Jax right now. Roxy is at ringside. We got the my hole spot. Leg drop missed. KJ, is it out of the real of possibility? It's not the realm of possibility as far as Britt. We talked about this in the pre-show, Kyle. Bayley up. Sunset bomb into the ring post. No, nice. Nia down on the outside. It would depend on Britt Baker. I think a lot of what happens next for Britt Baker is obviously in Britt's hands. I think there's an opportunity. Britt Baker similar to CM Punk, right? A lot of people felt that CM Punk was, wow, Bayley mocking Nia Jax, but gets the kick out. 2-2-2. Nia Jax, 2 kickouts back to back. I think there's an opportunity for WWE to sit down with Britt and maybe give her an environment that's a healthier environment. Give her an environment that has more structure, and maybe she'll thrive. Maybe if she's able to dedicate more time to wrestling, then this is a great spot for her to train, to learn, to get better. She's got a lot of intangibles, so I could really see this happening. It would be very interesting, but I think Britt could be something. Well, it would get, 100%. Merch, like I said about Penta, an absolute merchandising beast. KJ, your opinion on you think Test deserves if the WWE Hall of Fame was legit, like solid on who gets in and out, I'd say no, borderline. I mean, good guy, Canadian, but maybe didn't do enough or have a big enough impact. But being on the current standards that have kind of transpired over the years with the WWE Hall of Fame, if Sharmell can get in there and other names like that, then he could get in. But if they want to bring a little more respectability back to the Hall of Fame, that would be the opportunity. Bayley yanking the foot of Nia on her face. Facts.
Well,
we love
there we go. Speaking of not bringing respectability to things and everything like that.
Right.
But I mean, we got Stacy Keibler. We got Coco Beware. I mean, this is a test.
Coco alone. Coco's a Hall of Famer.
No, fuck him and his parrot.
He's a Hall of Famer. He had an amazing
not deserved, not earned.
You're insane. You don't know what he's
Yes, I am. I thank you. I have proof.
That is
documentation.
Coco Beware meant so much to the.
Okay, so then still Stacy Keibler and Tori Wilson.
No,
you mentioned Sharmell. You mentioned plenty of other fucking names. Fine, you can have the Parrot Man.
2-2-2-2 on the power bomb.
No,
you leave Coco alone. I love Coco. And he had a great career outside of the WWE, especially.
Fair.
But I mean,
outside of WWE, he's much more impactful than what he did in WWE.
Wow. Sorry, Nick. This match is cooking.
Yo. Bayley with the macho elbow for a 2 count.
Britt can't wrestle, Punk can, but that's why you have a training facility chair. What could she do? Look what they did with Jade. They trained her for 6 months.
Well, what you said, the way you were talking about this earlier, and I wanted to pop on half a second earlier to even say this. Why are we talking about Britt Baker like she's a kid that got expelled from private school? Of like, if she just had some more structure behind her, if we had one-on-one tutoring with her,
I think that entire
Samoa drop,
big senton,
right?
Drags her to the court. Sprints, by the way. She sprinted to the corner, bro.
Yeah.
And ends it emphatically.
2, 3.
That was great.
And it works really, like the bonsai and everything really works now with Nia.
And she sold it so well. And Nia won straight out.
And well, like you even said, if it's not just like, oh, we kind of get to there. No, I'm dragging you, bitch. We're ending this.
She sprinted. She grabbed her by the wrist and jogged to that corner.
And now, if you're Bailey, you got to come together. You got to reconcile of what's going on here.
Right? No, Nia comes in with a huge win. Oh! Run! Run!
We saw you can run, so run again.
You just showed us. Let's go.
Right. But I like this so of.
Poor Alex Shelley.
You get us, respectfully.
Rhea and just throwing bombs with Nia. Headbutt. She loves that headbutt. What happened to Alex Shelley?
What?
Somebody said poor Alex Shelley. I don't know why.
No, what?
Referees are in the rings, separating the ladies. Bailey's at ringside dejected. So Bailey's definitely going to NXT for a minute.
Yeah, actually, fuck. Now that you said that, now they're making it more.
Because it's all about Rhea and Nia. And the crowd's going
well, and now that she lost, and now you got to pull your shit together and everything. Yeah.
Liverpool kiss. I call it a Glasgow kiss. Sorry, Maddie.
Why can't we just
Scots and the English still not getting along?
There's only two things that hate each other. Scotsmen and Englishmen.
Bailey looks like Alex Shelley. Oh, that's Bailey. I keep mistaking her for Alex Shelley. Alex is...
What?
Bailey might actually have like 15, 20 pounds on Alex Shelley.
Whoa. Facts, but yeah.
All in her pants.
All in the posteriors.
Oh, yeah. Look, this is insane.
Yo, and again,
Nia's gears getting ripped apart. She does a cannonball off the table, stepping on her. The crowd is losing its mind, Nick.
But this is what's become the new thing with Raw on Netflix and everything. Like when you have a moment, it feels like a genuine fight. It feels like we're actually scrapping. This ain't no, well, I come out, say a thing, and then you come out, say a thing. Like, no, I'm going at you.
Saturday night main event, buddy.
Oh, 100%.
Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax. Saturday night main event. Let's go. Rhea Nia, bro.
Which we haven't seen since what? Queen of the Ring? King of the Ring? Saudi Mania?
You might be right. Now, you tell me this. Think about it. I'll put it out to the chat. You tell me another women's segment out that we've watched in any company in wrestling in the last 4 or 5 months that has this level of gravitas, like the buzz, the building, everything. But like you tell me another company that's highlighting a women's match, a women's division like that. Like we talk about NXT, granted, but like,
I was about to say that
this is such good shit.
Oh, it's great, but I still think if I had to play tit for tat, and pun intended, I guess, of which company more prominently features their women versus Monday Night Raw, I'd say NXT. Like Julia versus Roxanne Perez is up there. Then they make a focus even on like Kalani Jordan matters in NXT. When I know for a fact right now on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or wherever, she wouldn't.
Yeah. I mean,
Cora Jade was a big deal showing up in TNA and everything. I guess I'm more spinning the question of focusing on the women's division as a whole, not one segment, but I digress.
I love Bailey from the Jigs down boy. Judgment Day break up already. They're getting closer by the day, Jose.
Well, yeah, you had now you got Gable talking to Dom, and you had Finn out there trying to suck up to Liv. He shoot away Finn, all that, yeah.
As Gable is cutting a deal with Dom apparently. JD McNooch. I just want to answer this question by going, no way.
Like, man. Sorry.
It's all good. Laughing. It's Liv Morgan. Liv's on TV. Woohoo! Saturday main event is stacked. It really is.
Right. But no, you were answering a question.
I'm big. It's all good. Big fan of polka dots. I will say that.
Dusty road out here, baby. I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan. 100%. You're doing it justice, baby, out there with the polka dots. I'm playing Connect the Dot on your chest, baby.
Yeah, did you catch that, JD McNooch?
I thought you weren't
mad.
Right? Yeah, folks, Don, if your girl ever says, I'm not mad, but like every time there's a but, you're fucked up. You're fucked. Game over.
Just leave, bro. Now we go back to Lyra Valkyria winning the IC title.
There is a presence with her 100%, but it's just you feel no personality with her. Like, I don't know what Lyra is outside of, Victoria's Secret fucking runway wings.
Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that she bangs, like she has outstanding wrestling matches. Like, it really is a Ricky Martin. Shout out to Christian. It really is a Ricky Martin song. Like literally she has really good matches. She does lack that connection with the audience, maybe conveying her personality. I thought Tatum was getting it out of her a little bit, but she can wrestle and they love it. The bigwigs love this girl.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say it fully, but she feels like she's one of those people that they've strapped the rocket to, even though she hasn't connected with anyone. Like, I don't know what Lyra's audience is outside of they want to push her towards the forefront.
It's not really, though, like in the sense that it's because she's such a good wrestler. Because she gives you solid matches. That when she gets in there with Becky, or she gets in there,
they have a lot of really good fucking wrestlers.
No, but they see something as far as her in-ring ability. They really see it, and they're clearly fans of it. But I think that's the difference. It's not like it's unmerited. She just hasn't put it all together. But because she's had really solid matches, that they just kind of keep her going and hope it all comes together.
Right. Lyra is Nick's new Wendy Chu. No, I don't mind Lyra. I just don't get it. Like, there's no connective tissue with that.
Right. As we are getting a video package for Martin Luther King Day.
Yes. Shout out MLK 100%. Yeah, I'm not going to touch political, but yeah, very interesting. We had inauguration on MLK Day, but yeah.
Definitely.
Anyways, Lyra is Paul's project chair. That's actually probably the most accurate comment when it comes to Lyra. Lyra is Paul's hologram a bit. I feel of like, I'm gonna to an extent of I'm gonna make you a thing.
Right. Well, again, I think it's on the thought process. I imagine is, man, she can really go. If we could just pull it out of her, like that personality, find a way for her to connect. I think that's what the mindset is like, man, just keep putting her in the ring, especially in the IC division, a mid-card champion. Put her in the ring with bring Becky back for Mania. Let them go. They have a solid match.
You lose to Becky?
I don't know. I really don't, because Becky put her over before, but maybe holds the belt for a couple months, drops it to Becky. Could work.
Who is more likely to win the belt that they challenge for? If we're gonna go with this fantasy booking idea of potential booking idea of Lyra versus Becky for the IC belt, or Charlotte versus Tiffany for the women's belt, like who between Becky and Charlotte walks away as champion more likely?
Becky.
Fair.
I think Tiffany could make I think Tiffany might hold on to it a little bit longer than going the other way. But Pete Dunne is coming to the ring, so I will ask a poll that doesn't really need to be asked. But then again, we've been surprised before. But who wins this one? Pete Dunne or our buddy Penta? And we'll throw nobody in the mix just for fun.
Well, can Butch be a fourth option? Can Butch be a fourth option?
Right.
I would almost go Charlotte. I can see what you're saying of solidify the IC belt a bit more. Becky wins, all of that. We've been through that. Of Becky's done the JOB for Lyra. Charlotte, though, they're doing the video packages. It's still Charlotte Flair.
Oh, she's still Charlotte Flair, but I think it's actually kind of what you've been talking about. To me, it's actually in my head, Tiffany is better to be holding gold than Lyra. Lyra can drop the gold. That's it. It's literally based on them, not the other two. Based on the people with the belt. So
and that's fine. Literally, I'm arguing against my own case a little bit. Right, I'm a Tiffany fan and don't like Lyra, but I picked Tiffany to lose.
Right. Yeah. Charlotte upsets. I don't think it's an upset when Charlotte wins. Let's be real. Stop TJ. I'm Pete Dunne to give Pete the mic.
Oh, I got Jey Uso and LA Knight snapping into Slim Jims.
Oh shit! No, right now I got Pete Dunne cutting a aggressive promo.
Fair enough. I got Yeats and Yaz and Slim Jims. I got packaged meat. Pause.
Right. Pete Dunne saved 3 weeks on Netflix, and I finally get it. I finally get to be here.
That's not a bad shout, actually, though.
Well, it's good. He has an attitude. He's kind of like that again, kind of like what we've seen a lot of Drew and KO. It's the new formula, the justified heel of you're not fucking using me. I'm gonna kick everyone's head in. Hello, I'm right here.
Yeah, it's almost like instead of with another promotion that I've got Marcus Freeman, the Notre Dame football coach. Right. Why am I getting both Notre Dame on both screens right now? What is happening? Is WWE just catering the product to me? What?
Courtesy of CFP.
Yeah, college football playoffs.
That was awesome. It's just the way you answered it.
No, that's what it is. I'm sorry.
No, how you answered.
They're showing last year. I was like, okay, don't show me tonight of this man should be on the sidelines, not at Monday Night Raw.
I was like, wait a minute,
we're losing right now.
Yeah, isn't he coaching a game?
I was like, why are you doing that to this man? You're making excuses.
Dude, I like
he was
this.
Too focused on Monday Night Raw. He couldn't coach the game.
Right. No, they're doing the little package for WrestleMania, and they're doing like the aerial shots and the wrestlers on like on the screens around Vegas. It's real cool. It's gonna be a fun one.
It's crazy to me if we talked about it when it comes to even like merch with AEW with other wrestlers. Like AEW's done shows in Vegas, but I don't remember seeing giant marquees of AEW wrestlers in Vegas or anything like that. I don't remember discussions about spheres and all that.
Right. Sami Zayn and Seth in the back.
Right. I respect that.
What if Dark Arts is Conan?
Who's Dark Arts? What?
Right. Like Conan's into the dark arts?
I don't know. You asked like a 3-part question and started on part 3.
No. What if dark arts is Conan? I read what's there.
Well, no, I'm not saying you. I'm saying who asked the question. I'm like what is dark arts?
Who's that? Is that Karrion Kross?
Yeah, there was Cross there standing behind him.
All right.
Not Conan.
Not
Cross.
Conan.
The other K. What?
But here we go, folks. Penta in the house. 90% going for Penta. There you go. Still, we're up to 88. So 12 skeptical.
You're giving Pete Dunne the jobber entrance here. I was like, you might have saw him come out. Us US audience didn't see nothing. Already in the ring.
Does it now become known as like the Netflix entrance?
Yeah, well, it's just very interesting because you can get either picture-in-picture or nothing. Versus you get whole other segments. Like you get parts of the show that I won't ever know. Yeah, what the whirly fucking pyro is this shit?
This is amazing, bro.
But that's new off of 1 week.
He did the fire. I don't know if he did. Did he do the sparkler thing?
He didn't do the sparkler fucking spin shit.
Maybe no.
KJ, what Chad Gable told Dom backstage on who can be dark arts. Oh, what?
Like Conan come in to train Gable on Lucha?
To train Dom? What? Cyril Miro. Oh, I was. Ooh.
Oh, go.
I was clicking on Nick makes everything more confusing. That's my job. I'm an agent of mass distraction.
Agent of minor destruction. Minor confusion.
Destruction, mass distraction.
Great pyro. A great entrance. I mean, not the most exciting song. It's very definitely rebel-y, but not the best of songs.
Yeah, can anyone? It's crazy to me that there's been more excitement over Disturbed re-releasing their version of Austin's theme song than any WWE song of recent memory.
Right? Penta and Dunne just swinging. I mean, this is going to be interesting because Dunne, a very technical wrestler, loves that joint manipulation as much as we do on this channel.
Yeah. Is it going to be, certain people have said this with like Penta's debut with him versus Gable. If Gable's the reason why that match was so good and why it was so well received, does that become the situation if you put him with a guy like a Pete Dunne, who again can eat the L, but is going to make him look fantastic?
Snapping of the fingers. Listen,
no Ciro Miro, because now it's all going to be getting Crip signs and everything.
I hate to disagree with a guy like Jim Cornette and some of the other guys out there. And I know where people are looking for just what's the hole I can get into to kind of fuck up something that's overwhelmingly very positive. And I feel like people said that, listen, it takes two to tango. Did he have the little, oh shit, these ropes don't bounce the way I expected them to moment with the leg drop? Yes, but it was a great match. He had to sell everything he took. We believed in the beating he was getting. Chad looks like a superstar. Penta took us home, played up the crowd, and did a bilingual fucking promo that the crowd, whether it was San Jose or not, loved. And they're still cheering for him tonight, where people said, well, we'll see how when he's not, but the crowd's right there with him.
I do, though, halfway give it credit. As Pete Dunne with a massive elbow right there. But you look at it, you putting him with Chad Gable, you're putting him in there with Penta. I mean, you're giving him the best way to hit the ground running. But, like, if you put Penta, say, with, like, an Otis or an Akira Tozawa right now, you're not getting the same thing. You're not getting the same match. It's not the same response. I'm saying, like you said, it's two to tango. Gable played his part. I don't know if he was the leader or the follower.
He led. And again, Pete Dunne's leading this one. But again, when you have a guy like Penta, kind of like we saw it for years with a guy like Ray of, he takes a beating, And then when he gets the comeback, the crowd goes bananas. And that's what they're doing. They're building to those spots. And again, like you said, I don't get the idea. Like, you put him in there with good guys, you have really phenomenal matches. Now you instantly take Penta serious. He went 15 minutes strong with Gable. Now he's having a good match with Dunn. That's how you build belief in somebody. Beating nobodies doesn't help.
Yeah, well, facts. But I'm saying of once we get down the road of like Penta versus Tozawa, I'm wondering of how much that, may play out here. But I think it's more telling of, again, the smear campaign that, again, you left AEW, so now you left the family, so I must take you out here. Of you had all the stories of, well, wrestlers backstage were upset because Penta went long and everything. And everyone's like, no, that's bullshit. Who told you that? Because they're wrong. So it seems like we again get more of that. You're not on our side, so we're going to do everything to take you down because you're not on our side.
Yeah, no, it's all good. A great debut for him. They're selling it hard here tonight for Michael Cole and such. Pete Dunne putting him through the ringer, and we are getting our first WWE mask tied to rope spot.
Oh, fair enough. I have commercials, so.
Oh, you're on commercial right now. Pete Dunne has Penta tied to the ropes by the mask, and then kicks him to the point where the knot came undone.
Is it so crazy though that again, and this is one of those of just a happy little accident? That same thing happened with WCW of when you have a super over mask superstar and everything that you're not going to sell their mask as merch or anything. Like the first mask for AEW was hologram. You don't do that with Penta or anything. It's the same thing like with WCW when they had Rey Mysterio. You just refuse to acknowledge it.
Not even that. I think you run the issue of, again, it's more examples of the business structure isn't strong. Like the internal office of AEW is not organized enough. And they should have had stuff like that for Phoenix and Penta. Again, like I said before Penta signed, everybody expected Dark Penta to show up, and they were really hoping he'd run amok. He will one day be that in this company, but he is such a marketing, like just an absolute merch machine. People were buying masks before he debuted, T-shirts, big signs. Like, again, take advantage of what you have in front of you. Smart.
Well, that's people were buying $75 masks that won't ship until March or April before this man even debuted.
Right. But we're back from the commercial break, I do believe. And Penta is taking a beating.
Yeah, Penta down here. But again, like, this is your should be your IC division, right? Of a Chad Gable, a Penta, a Pete Dunne. These are guys that you could build up and have a kind of division around going after a guy like Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Eddie Oregano is the ref?
Big swinging drop kick or pendulum drop kick from the turnbuckle.
No, that's his cousin Parsley.
Wow. Twisting DVD?
Yeah.
2-2-2.
Dos amigos.
Penta looks good. That was a hell of a variation of a Death Valley driver. Penta's gear is sick. AJ and Nick, you guys are speaking facts.
Well, I'm still surprised that he still hit like they called it the Mexican destroyer and everything, and the Penta driver, which was basically just a small package pile driver. Yeah.
No, it was it was more of the sit down, like the Michinoku driver almost. Well, maybe not.
In between.
Super kick from Penta. Mexican destroyer. Boo, it's Canadian. Big destroyer.
That was the last thing on Trudeau's way out of where you got to call it a Mexican destroyer, not a Canadian destroyer.
Right? He'd call it a Cuban destroyer. Different thing altogether. Son of a bitch. Oh, Penta off the ropes.
Penta with a soaring over the top rope. I thought he was about to hit a tope. And
Michael Cole yelled out Tope con Hilo. Holy shit.
Now he's one step away from putting on a mask.
Oh, right.
He's putting on Sarah Logan's headdress there.
Right. I'm a sandwich destroyer. I'm in that club too, or I'll give you that one.
Facts.
What's my thoughts on the Mexican destroyer? You don't change the name of a move because of the country of the athlete doing the move. Like a dunk is a dunk. You don't give it a new name because someone else did it. Like it's still right. It's still wow. Whoa, deep two.
Yeah.
It's the Canadian destroyer. Juice, what's up? 2077.
Well, it seems very much when it comes to especially my country and everything, we'd be more likely to call it a Canadian destroyer versus a Mexican destroyer. So
right.
We're a little more partial to y'all.
Right. Yeah. We're not the wall side.
Facts. You don't know. You're the ice wall. You're
the winter is coming.
Jon Snow is out there.
Now, both men on their knees were getting a slap off.
Slap on. Slap off.
The crowd right there. Pete, I'm going to break your hand for that.
Well, and to think, though, if you had something a bit more like that it was a little the back and forth chop spot that we've seen quite a bit, but you instantly go into something else of joint manipulation. Wow. Oh, shoulder breaker.
Back breaker. Onto the knee.
Oh, the sacrifice.
Going for the arm snap.
But again, this is what works if you got a guy that's known for snapping arms versus a guy that's known for snapping arms.
Pete Dunne selling that shoulder.
Wow. Oh, Penta driver. Boom. 1, 2, 3.
Penta with his second win in WWE, folks. Big win.
And I really like that. Again, you got into Pete Dunne was in control for a good chunk of that match. You had him use a bit of the joint manipulation and everything. And then it finally came back around. And I like that little tie-in of you have a guy that's known for taking lambs versus a guy that literally has a move called sacrifice.
100%. And he buries them. He buries them back to back. Great match. Again,
don't say Barry. Don't say Barry. The IWC is going to run with the fact that you said Barry.
Ding. This channel live streams every wrestling comedy mostly. Thank you, Damien. I saw someone asking about NXT 1 and 2. Yay.
Right. Yeah, no. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. We do what we do because other people can't do what we do. We're out here covering more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Well, trust me, we're watching 2, 3, 4, 5 shows and everything.
I agree, Willie. This match was much smoother. I wouldn't say it was much smoother. Again, I think people focused on a really early beginning of the other match, but a very good match tonight and very crisp, clean as we got Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Bury.
Well, and I've seen the rumor of Logan Paul versus Connor instead of Logan Paul going back to wrestling. So
he
seems to be allegedly trying to weigh that of like, well, if you're going to pay me to do this, they're going to pay me to do that.
Right? A negotiation game, a tactic.
Yeah, but it's crazy to think that Logan Paul and allegedly Jake Paul are going to be a prominent thing in pro wrestling in 2025.
I think it's a high possibility for sure in a lot of ways.
It's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing and a curse.
Absolutely. Again, a great package building him up. Talking about his accolades.
He has something there that's clearly like he's going to get attention. He's got the audience. He's a natural heel. But at the same time, it's just like you're an insufferable heel. Like, I really want to punch you in the face.
Right. Go away part-time. It's going to be full-time. Oh, his debut next week.
There you go.
War Raiders against JD and Dom Dom.
Next one is, so we're getting a rematch to an extent of the tag titles.
Semi-rematch, yeah. As they switch partners, but I think they're going to get the same result.
Yeah. Now, is that giving that away of the undisputed champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes? Next one. Oh, yeah. No, he's not putting the title on it. Sunday main event. Mea culpa. I skipped ahead. I read too far in the chapters.
We
CM
got
Punk walking out, a man of the people.
Ooh.
Penta has its potential to be a world title holder, perhaps. Excuse me. Punk. CM Punk walking through the mausoleum, walking through the peoples here. Oh, is he just here for an interview with Jackie Redmond? Was all of this just for an interview?
He's not scheduled to do anything else, so yeah, he is.
I don't know. He could, JBL could be, doing double duty on there. So he gets there, CM Punk do commentary. I don't know.
Crowd going wild. I like them doing the interviews in the audience like this. It's clobbering time. Like Mussolini
and Kennedy. He'll be alive on a Monday night. And it's so interesting because everything when it comes to this Rumble and everything, on top of just who's in it, who could win it, every storyline's intertwined. Seth and CM Punk hate each other. Drew hates CM Punk. Drew also hates Roman Reigns. Seth also hates Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns hates CM Punk. Everything's fucking circular. That's not the proper term, but I said it. John Cena. As Jackie Redmond's running through everyone besides Punk that's going to be in the Rumble too as well. There you go, as KJ's taking a pause for the cause. But yeah, Punk out here cutting a promo of, I am the maker of history. So, Jose, I'm CM Punk, the most popular. Is CM Punk the most popular wrestler currently? Debatable, I would say at least. I would not say yes or no. I think it's at best debatable. But yeah. He's going to end up being GM Punk. Maybe down the road, but not soon, rather than later. Jackie Redmond is dressed like she's going to a rodeo. Well, they're in Dallas, Texas, and they're out there, hyping up bull riders. But what is Mussolini? Yeah, that Tony. That's a fucking great clip for when they did like the little ride-along karaoke thing. And everyone's trying to sing Punk's theme song, and Britt doesn't know who Mussolini is. But Punk out here saying, I can see you, John Cena. Meanwhile, Cope hates Moxley. Fair. And I hate Cope, or at least the name Cope. Yeah. I'm not coping with Copewell. Jay, so what up? Punk dyed his hair? What? How you know? I'll throw his dusty eye. Oh. Who did you just mention? I feel like it's got to be probably like Kevin Owens or something, because Kevin Owens been out there with all the dusty type shirts and everything. But yeah. Interessante. My name is CM Punk. I'm calling it a favor or two, so ho. That's going to be interesting because we still don't know what the favor is. And I feel like the favor hints more and more towards title or no title, Rumble win or no Rumble win, of Punk in a main event at WrestleMania, whether one night or another. He's on some Roddy Piper stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Cage out there. Yeah, he's spitting fire. Absolutely. Spitting fire and spitting facts. That's the big thing, too. Hulk Hogan's just, yeah. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. As I got Drew McIntyre in a fucking stairwell. But absolutely. CM Punk out there. Spitting hot fire. Spitting hot fire. Small mark. CM Punk has had the same two Drew and Seth enemies for his entire time back in WWE. It's gotten stale. No. Well, one was a year-long feud that was arguably the best feud of 2024 between him and Drew, as I'm in commercial break right now. And we're 20 days into 2025 of him having the feud with Seth really fully, which more or less we thought when he showed up at Survivor Series, we're setting up towards him versus Seth, or him versus Seth could have been a WrestleMania match. So I think that's a hot take that I think might have burned more towards charcoal of saying that's that Punk's right now gotten stale or his view's gotten stale. I get what you're trying to get at, my guy, but I feel it's more charcoal than brick right now. Christian, I can imagine Adam Pearce singing like a rhinestone Christian out there. Just this isn't karaoke, my guy, all the time. Trust me, you got plenty of AI apps and everything like that can do all the karaoke things for you. But I'm not trying to do I don't see Adam Pearce out there singing Rhinestone Cowboy and everything. Where's the main event? I think the main event's coming in right there. There's the main event.
Back at it like a jackrabbit.
Right?
I like this from the War Raiders. Just seeming like legit guys that cut promos and talk and they do all that fun stuff.
I'm glad you had that because I don't have that from the War Raiders. I had a tequila commercial.
Yeah, the War Raiders are doing real solid right now. Like they look good. They're the champs. They look like champs. Cutting a strong promo about next week and how they're not stepping back from anybody.
There you go. Oh, JV said, no, I asked you, Nick, because my stream ended. Well, if you watch it on Netflix, my shit's still going. You going good?
I'm rolling.
Right.
We're coming out. PFC coming out to the ring.
I have a teaser for Squid Game, which actually surprisingly ended up number 2 to Monday Night Raw.
Right.
But our King, that promo was better than some matches. That's not an incorrect statement, I'll say.
As I believe we are coming back out of commercial break, folks. We have no War Raiders. You missed a good one. They put them on social media after the shows. KJ loves the War Raiders because he enjoys bearded men having success. Yes.
That's why everyone on the channel has a beard, and even the guests on the channel have a beard. It's like a requirement to be here. You have to have a beard. Is your beard this long? You must be this long to be on the rest of the world.
As we are getting a sky shot of, where are they? Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas, as my Notre Dame Fighting Irish are getting dog walked and mollywopped right now, 31-7. So I might walk away from that.
Right. KJ loves big dudes doing moonsaults or tsunamis or any of the big moves. I'm in.
Right. As now we're getting Signs of the Night again, by the way.
You can't be the champ if you beat the champ. You can't be the champ if you beat the champ. I don't know. It was a novel. Why do you put a novel on your sign?
Right. Well, there was
one of our
signs out there saying wrestling beards for life.
Right. We will send you a T-shirt if you get one of our logos onto that mix.
We'll send you a T-shirt and a hoodie. And I feel like we need a fucking Manscaped type, like a beard sponsor here. We're all about the bearded life.
Right.
Lady Shield.
Lady Shield in the ring. Damage control.
Yeah, I wanted to call him something else, but we might get in trouble if I thought what I was really going to call him.
And a lot of people anticipating a potential Oscar return at Rumble. Should be to a big pop.
Is that too many returns, too many spots, too many pops? Of say, if you get a Jordan Grace, a Becky Lynch, a Charlotte Flair, and an Oscar in one match,
I'm okay with it. I mean, again, surprise me. Let's go.
Is it?
No. I mean, as long as you kind of know where everyone's going to fall on the board. I mean, Charlotte goes off.
Space it out.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I feel like you need to space it out a bit.
Yeah, but it's the Rumble.
That's why you need to space it out. You can't have like Becky Lynch followed by Charlotte Flair, folled by like.
Well, you wouldn't have them.
You have 4 or 5 people in between.
You wouldn't have them in succession, no, but within the same Rumble, yes.
Fair.
I'm going damage. Pardon me?
I said it's not too much TK.
Too much TK at the Rumble? No. I mean, it's the Rumble. We're going to get a few surprises, not just one. Might be a Raw April 7th. There you go. Bring a sign. Win a t-shirt. I expect the DQ. Did I even put nobody in? I didn't even give you the option. 81% going damage control.
There you go. Who you got?
I'll go damage control. I don't really know why this is still a thing.
I'll take Lady Shield just because they need something.
There you go.
They're floating in a toilet bowl, I feel, if they don't start to win something. You've got Shane out there, or you've got Christ, why am I laying her name? But you've got her out there with all of the random belt buckles and everything. Like, they're all wearing all the black attire. Like, you got to start acting like Sonya Deville, but you got to actually start acting like you're going to be something versus just stay being nothing.
Well, yeah, get in there. I would say we need Triple H putting his best foot forward, some new ideas and creativity. Give us some explosive segments. I think we're getting nothing. We're getting plenty of that. Not everything needs to be safely booked and predictable. I don't know, AB. I think we're getting a lot of twists, turns, surprises, big moments, big segments that we weren't expecting, altercations. I don't know what more you want, really. Like, everything's safely booked. I don't get where we're going with that, but it's been plenty poppy and reasons to be excited.
I like it like a terrible gambler of I like being wrong on shit. Of I like guessing wrong as long as what they're doing like almost delivers more than what I even thought, or is the way I thought they weren't going to do. Delivers still big and everything like that. I'm not expecting that everything that they do is paint by numbers type shit. I think it works much better when it's not like that, as long as they can still follow up with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. Damage control for the win. Vast majority of people going for damage control, 77% on this one. There are no bigger pop at the Rumble than Top Dollar. Let's go. Not likely.
AJ Francis. Oh my jeebus.
Right.
Well, can you not eliminate him? He can't get over the top rope.
Right. He might be hard to get out.
Exactly. He'd be like the Giant.
Right now, Shayna in control, working the leg of Dakota Kai.
Right. And again, that's the same leg that's got the knee brace and everything. So again, yeah.
Well, he got a good point. I think everyone thought when it went to Netflix, there was going to be cursing and blood and chaos and murder. No, like, I get you, Willie. And I do think some people out there thought it was just going to be cut loose. But man, I think every show we're like, holy shit, a good segment. Like CM Punk just came out and cooked. I mean, again, like the stuff with KO, the stuff we've had for weeks with the Bloodline. There's been a lot of twists and turns. Like, I don't know really what the disconnect is.
Well, and it's to me, well, everybody expected to go back to like the Attitude Era. We're gonna have just raunch and everything's, TVMA, everything,
Jerry.
which Nick Khan even said, we're not gonna do that. We still have all these fucking advertisers, which you can clearly see on the goddamn canvas and everything. And I think they do it enough to when they don't do it, it makes you miss it. So when they do it, it feels like a big thing and it feels like a big moment versus other companies to where we're opening our secondary show with a Texas death match and everything. So everything beyond that just feels afterthought.
Ooh, Meteor in the corner.
1, 2 go.
Very much so. EO is flipping great. She's unbelievable. Nah, come on, Damien, be nice. What do you think of WoW? WoW's fun. WoW's cute. I mean, they've got their production down to its science.
I still want the Tonga twins to come and pop up in WWE and everything. Well, because they left. Well, no, they left Glow, not WoW. But yeah.
Oh, big kick.
Oh. When have you ever seen something like that? Like she underhooked and then like hooked the leg and then flipped her over.
No, huge move from Zoe. 316, you're emphatically wrong. And I'm not going to answer this ever again, but you're wrong. The trip we just talked about how well Nia and Rhea looked. Just because it's not your favorite wrestler, but dude is really pushing the limits of, take a breath, cheer for some other wrestlers. Let's talk about the women that are in the ring right now. But Triple H is doing more than just fine with the women's division. You need to kind of wake up a little here, my friend.
Well, no, we've said this before, and we'll say this again to any wrestling fan out there that hasn't heard this conversation before or anything. Just got the Hajime on EO. But just because they don't do what you want them to do doesn't mean what they're doing is bad.
That's true. Absolutely, Willie. EO moonsault. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go. Damage Control picks up the W.
Is odds on EO winning the Rumble? Because I feel like she's been mentioned as a bit of a favorite.
She could be a fave. She's outstanding. I still think there's chances for other people to really. I have a pretty interesting pick.
Final four.
EO could be there late. Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying about a final pick.
It's all good. DC wins. Now move on from the feud. Yeah, I'd be happy if they moved on from that. 4-0, 2-2, 4-0. EO Sky should be the winner of the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match. Maybe she wins the chamber.
Perhaps.
Going on a gondola ride.
Going for.
I'm talking about the football.
Oh, yeah. You have that.
I love you, EO. EO's outstanding.
Richard's going to go on some fucking random tangent. That's not happening. How do you feel, sir, about we saw it on Friday and everything of Jacob actually getting the microphone and he's not doing the I love you solo and actually gets to sit there and point out of I'm just getting started.
No, outstanding. I mean, again, they've let him do a couple walkout promos that have been really well done. And I thought he had an opportunity with Solo walking off and being bitter to kind of grab that mic and make something of it. And I think he did. I think he continues to be a phenomenal talent. And we all knew what Jacob could do, especially in the ring. Now seeing, more to his game is only good news for Jacob.
Right.
As Michael Cole setting up the main event. With a music video, too.
Yeah. A revolutionary. I am a visionary. Are they about to give this an hour?
They might give it, well, if they're done at 2:30, 25 minutes.
Well, and that becomes more of the thing, though, too. How do you feel of having a very fluid time as to when
I
it's
love
done.
it. Yeah. I think it's something that's been talked about a lot, and I love it. I think the idea that is this match going to go 25 minutes? Is it going to go 35 minutes? Is it going to go 45 minutes? I think that's very, very important. I think it's very it's a different vibe. When you don't know when it's going to end, those finishes mean a whole lot more. Those false finishes pull you in by the heartstraps. Like, it's crazy.
Is it almost like the reverse of, because I know you and I both kind of same era and everything like that, grew up to where wrestling shows, and we've seen it even with NXT, of even you got, Bailey and Roxanne throwing hands. I didn't get that. But so wrestling shows ended on time, of love it or hate it. Folks, we got to get out of here. It's all over. But now then we grew into the overruns and everything. Now we've almost got potential underruns a little bit and everything. Of we're going to leave it more wide open. Now you anticipate the overruns. Now we're going to go 2 hours. This match, like you said, could go 35 minutes, could go 45 minutes, what have you. Almost a little bit more appealing.
It just makes it that much more fun. The end, and you're not sitting there watching the clock going, this has to be it. This has to be it. This has to be it. You don't know. And again, it makes it for a really fun ride at the end of the shows now. So yeah, I mean, WrestleMania rematch, lots of time on the clock. I'd say about 15 minutes by the time we get through all the entrances. So we'll see how long it goes.
Well, and that's the thing, is it sells it a bit more of almost, I feel like the overrun's expected. So like you're expecting a little bit of like extra, like, when you're watching a football game, you're expecting some, extra fucking runoff time, versus
Right.
this could go quick. This could go long. This could go over. We don't know.
Exactly. 100%. As Seth Rollins making his entrance, folks, getting ready for his WrestleMania rematch. I actually watched the WrestleMania match today, so I'm pretty pumped for this one.
Oh, there you go. Run it back.
Rollinator.
Coming to the Wendy's menu soon, the Rollinator.
Right. I think this match goes 25. Some say 35. That's the fun of it all.
Right. Well, I'm going to pause and hopefully not be back by the end of this.
There you go. Nick taking a pause for the cause. Seth Rollins in the ring. I'm not sure if you guys just came back from commercial or you just went to commercial, but Seth Rollins in the ring with the sing-along. Drew for the win. Very interesting. I'm good and tired of this snow. Heather, I completely agree. It's minus damn near 20 in my neck of the woods, and I don't like it. I've been watching Royal Rumble matches. I just watched I watched every single Rumble throughout the last few weeks here. So been binge watching Royal Rumbles and old pay-per-views. So, and I still let Anthony win the crown. So figure that one out. Burn it down. Drew for the win. What's the score, Christian, between Ohio State and Notre Dame? I think Ohio was putting a beating on Notre Dame at last check. So I'm guessing we are in the commercial break because Seth is just walking around, slapping hands. Justice for KJ. Don't worry. The king always comes back, MDV. I started watching the Royal Rumble matches. They're good. They're fun. I like them. I saw Blind Melon play a small venue in Davenport, Iowa years ago. Oh, okay. Where did that come from? I'm at 96 Royal Rumble. Good one. Not bad. We are definitely in a commercial break. Okay. So for those on Netflix, internationally, Seth Rollins is in the ring. His music's playing. He's doing some warm-up run or jogging it out in the ring. So, and Michael Cole just kind of selling us on the actual match as we get ready to come out of commercial break and get Drew McIntyre's entrance. KJ Will Baker's be sister of Dr. Yankum. There you go, right? Bring back Isaac Yankum and have him introduce Britt Baker. I'm in. That thing in the commercial looked like Eric Bischoff. I missed it. Seth Rollins. Oh, I got you. There you go, Tony. Connecting dots. I'm not in a commercial because I'm in Toronto right now. Oh, what are you doing in Toronto, bro? What's up? What is up? Ripley versus Nia Jax official for Saturday night main event. Yes, it is, Damien. So we saw the challenge earlier tonight. You already have Gunther and Jey. Now we're adding Bayley and Nia Jax. And as soon as I can recall, I will tell you what the third match they've already announced is. The Terrible Tooth Thumb. That's really well played. Fourth option for the vote. Does JBL clothesline Drew? Yeah, JBL just showed up to do commentary on a particular match. I'm not quite, again, maybe oversold his presence on this particular show. Drew for the win. Minus 24 without wind chill. Yeah, I don't know what we're at right now, but it's cold. It's even cold in the house. Are you excited for Goldberg on Raw next week? Did they announce that, Byron, or are you playing with my emotions? Is that really going to happen next week? Do you think they're doing better? Yeah, in a lot of ways, yes. And I think, Kyle, I'm kind of a hard gauge now because I do like what they're doing is they'll give you a commercial, and for the Netflix audience, they're going to like interviews. Like we're getting Karrion Kross, we're getting the War Raiders, we're getting things like that in between. So the commercials don't feel nearly as bothersome. Again, the commercials are always kind of annoying. The placement seems not too bad. Nothing has really stood out. I hate when they go to commercial with 5 minutes left, and I don't recall them doing that. Doing well, Heather. Is Charlotte coming back? Yes. That's minus 24 and minus 9. Alberta has crazy weather. I can't even complain about weather when it compares to Alberta. Y'all weather sucks. As Drew McIntyre makes his way to the ring, folks, get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Who you taking? Seth, Drew, nobody. Does Punk get involved? Does somebody else get involved? I hate when the weatherman says it's 20 degrees, but it feels like 5 degrees. It's then 5 degrees. Jose, man, don't get me started. It drives me nuts because how do you gauge temperature? Feel. So if it feels like something, that's what it is. No, but that's only when the wind's blowing. The wind doesn't stop blowing. I'm freezing. That's what this is. She about to cash in her Charlotte in the bank. No, I'm going to need context on that one. 55 in Cali. Gosh. Dude, I'll come visit, man. Just for some better weather. I'll come visit. I'll come visit for sure. He looks like the leader of the League of Shadows. Drew McIntyre finally getting in the ring. So, yeah, we're up to about 15 minutes left in the show. So, right where we kind of expected it timing-wise. 10 minutes of entrance. Rumors Vince will buy TNA. Sure. Will they sell it? I doubt it. Florida can't be cold enough for me. Right? 66 in Miami. Ooh. This match will go 15 minutes. Will it go long? I think it's going to go 20 at least. I bet if we get Alexa in the Royal Rumble, she gets absolutely. Alexa's getting a huge pop. I even think Carmella will get a big pop upon return. Becky probably getting a good pop. Charlotte's going to get an interesting pop, but the energy is going to be huge. Asuka's going to get a big pop. As Seth throws his jacket at Wade Barrett. This DC villain. What do you think of AEW booking temperature being below 15 degrees because of Tony? It's cold as shit right now, Christian. It very much is. But we are off and running. The chat giving 49% to Seth. 26 to Drew and 24 to nobody. Very interesting split from the chat. Everybody, a big chunk of you guys are expecting some type of shenanigans to get out of this one. 62 degrees in Arizona, still hot, even winter. It's crazy. Arizona is always a place I wanted to check out. I don't like places where all the creatures are trying to kill you. And y'all have dinosaurs in certain parts of your country. It's weird. It's not cool. It's just rhinestones fight forever. Okay. We all just became our parents, right? Jiro with a big chop. Shenanigans are definitely going to ensue. 31-15, big lead by the Buckeyes. One day, hopefully, Christian. Not cool. The worst loss of Seth's career, the premiere episode of Netflix to CM Punk. Side headlock. Back and forth. Seth goes for a run. Change of directions. Shoulder block. And Drew shows him how it's done. Michael Cole having a time. What happened to Rhea? Rhea got beat up by Nia Jax tonight and then came out and got a little bit of revenge. Who quit TNA? PCO quit TNA emphatically. A couple other people moving on, but he said deuces with a sledgehammer. My mom was just at Grand Canyon a couple of months ago. There's a couple jokes in there, MDB, but I like you, so shout out, bro. Who got that one? We're watching CM Punk's Leftovers. Yeah, this is We Didn't Beat Punk. Oh, Seth off the ropes. Drop kick between the ropes. Setting it up again, back off the ropes. Tope! Drew into the table. On eBay, yeah, right? Seth with another tope. Caught this time. And Drew McIntyre with a release German onto the table. Wow. Chuck that man like a sack of potatoes. Raw continues. Speaking of continuing.
Yeah, speaking of sack of potatoes. Yeah, absolutely, my guy. Well, and you mentioned this because you don't get the commercials. I get mostly the commercial. Oh, I got all the commercials and everything. I don't feel any different watching this than when I watch Raw normally, to an extent of, well, it's just, to me, we already were getting commercials. So nothing's really exactly changed. I am envious of the fact that you get not even picture in picture. You just get picture. But to me, as an American viewer, I'm not super salty because this is what I was already getting.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think I'm curious to see if there's, I mean, again, with the timing, things have been adjusted slightly, but yeah, overall, they're doing a pretty good job for me. I still got the action. That's what I said. I'm a bad gauge because the match is still going on for me. They're still doing commentary.
I think that's great. Well, that's how you get, if you're Netflix, you get people to pay the extra fees so you don't get the commercials and everything. Like, I feel if you dollar make you holler, you can make sure you don't get this. But yeah, we need a VPN sponsor.
Oh, scratching the eyes. Seth getting desperate.
The guy with the wrestling headgear quit too. Ringstar Anthony will be in attendance at Monday Night Raw in Atlanta, Georgia. KJ and Nick. We'll see. What you got, sir? I got Twisted Tea.
Yeah, I got Drew in control. Seth holding his leg and his hip, trying to get to his feet. Drew just laughing.
There you go.
We better see a sign, Anthony. Let's go.
Facts. MDB, I paid big bucks to see PCO versus Anthony. Why are you trying to do that to this man?
I'd take big bucks to do it. You got big bucks? Let's go.
Oh, to have a match with PCO? Yeah, I'll take it, but we don't need to throw Anthony in there.
Not Anthony.
Man's going to start taking a sledgehammer to him. It's
Seth Rollins.
Sorry, go ahead.
Seth Rollins back to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. See, it's still an Irish whip. It's not a Scottish whip.
Well,
Michael.
Is it not a Mexican whip?
Right? It doesn't, it doesn't become a Mexican whip.
It's like did you ever have this in school when you were getting like pizza Fridays and everything? If you had the option of Mexican pizza and it was just in an octagon with like taco kind of seasoning on, yeah. Welcome to America.
Lovely.
It was a banger. You got, public school lunch, it was a banger.
Well, we are back to the action. Seth and Drew exchanging bombs right now. Can anybody see? AEW is hanging in there. NWA is a lost cause. Yeah, AEW is a completely different story. There's a lot of
their talent up their nostrils.
Big back elbow.
Figured it was, man. Fiesta Tata? What the hell? That sounds like a fucking Taco Bell order. A Fiesta Tata. This isn't bad. Fair enough. No joke that the Buckeyes. Yeah.
As we are 8 minutes to the closing line of the show, that the normal, or at least last week's standard of closing time.
That's the thing, though, is again what we talked about. This could have another 8 minutes. This could have another 10 minutes. This could have another fucking 40 minutes for all we goddamn know.
No idea. But Seth Rollins firing up.
Ho. And you expect, though, like this A was going to be in the main event, and B, these two guys are going to go hell for leather. They're hyping up as a WrestleMania rematch. Like these are two guys that 2024, they very much made their year.
In a big way.
Well, you could say Seth Rollins was the MVP of WrestleMania.
Oh, for sure. Drew catches Seth. Up he goes. Oh, down he goes.
Oh, into the ring post. I thought this man was about to hit a Future Shock DDT.
Another pull for you.
Whoa.
Why have one when you can have two?
Sounds like some of my exes. What?
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 Well, now we're up to 3.
Now we got 3.
Drew McIntyre eliminate Roman in the Rumble. I mean, again, there's a lot of potential for a lot of things. Logan Paul going to be in the Rumble? Yeah.
Could be. I'm thinking the idea of a stare down in the Rumble between Ray and Penta.
Logan's going to throw John Cena over the rope.
No, do wins in my eyes.
I don't think so. I think it looks like he might, but he doesn't.
I don't want to spoil anything, but I was going to ask you who you got winning it. So early stake, who you got? Tight lip, Fort Knox.
I'm not saying. It's a tough one. I am parted with the men's, especially. I don't really have a solid answer yet, truthfully. But
I have a more solid answer on the men's than I do the women's. I'll say that.
Interesting. Big kick out. What? CM Punk or The Rock? No. Cena and take each other out. I like it, Chair.
Ooh. And I will preface for anyone out there, don't get caught up in the spoiler alerts and everything, like the leaked Rumble list and everything like that, because 9 times out of 8 they're going to be fucking wrong.
Oh yeah, I love the lists that come out. There's like,
well, the newest one is Cena wins and The Rock is the runner-up.
Yeah, not likely. Well, I mean,
No.
again, anything's possible. But superplex from the top,
working the Rumble and not working.
Holding it, reversal.
Falcon Arrow.
Here's the Falcon Arrow.
God damn.
Big kick out.
And that's so good because you saw even Seth going into that. That's normally Seth's transition. And Drew's like, no, I got your number.
So good. MJF. Go ahead.
Well, Tony Hayes, I want to see Seth Rollins versus MJF on the mic and in the ring someday. Could be. I saw, I don't know if someone mentioned Sabu. I heard you mention Sabu. I've seen people sit there and say that this man might no-show his own retirement match in April.
To do it. Oh, Seth ducking the Claymore. Setting him up. Wow. Great match. Great match.
Oh, Spinebuster. Two count. Hell of a match. Hell of a goddamn match. And the fact that it's literally like 50-50 odds on who could win.
Whoa! Hurricane Rana.
Super good.
Kick. Reversal. Falcon Arrow.
Doctor Who, What, Where, same brilliant match. Absolutely.
Nice name. Big DDT. Another Falcon Arrow.
Seth getting to his feet. Oh, is he setting up the stomp?
Crowd cheering.
Oh. Counters a few shot.
No.
Oh.
Big clothesline.
That was a hell of a transition right there. You literally almost hit every big move. You almost hit the stomp, almost hit the future shot, everything, all right in a row.
Right. Oh, big clothesline. Oh, clothesline from hell, eh, Wade?
Oh. Someone might have something to say about that. Drew going up top. Oh. Caught an arm bar. Oh.
Working it.
Oh, cross face. And again, though, too, it does double fold and everything. If I'm going to work on that arm, then you can't hit that future shock on me. Tap. Drew trying to claw to the ropes. Is that our buddy there in Jersey Shore calling this match? Oregano?
Probably.
Seth talking smack to him.
You're just kind of screaming at him, to be honest. It's a little more irritating than actually being yelled at.
Well, now he's trying to mandible claw.
Right.
Future shock. 1, 2. Dos, amigos. Dos. Yeah, it's t-shirt time. It's the People Snuggie. What? Oh, is Drew kind of busted open on the side of his head there a little bit?
I'm trying to see if it's a cut or his hair just stuck to his forehead.
Oh no, it's a little Ron Burgundy over there. It's a little Ron Burgundy.
You run your mouth. It's his turn now.
Big clothesline. I really like the pacing with this match of we've had it to where you get like boom, 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 and then we slow it down a little bit. And then we get back to boom, 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 slow it down a little bit.
Is he bleeding?
Like we thought by now this match might have been over, but I don't think we've still got probably a minimum another 10 minutes or so in this match.
And I don't see any blood on Drew.
It's up around one side, like the fucking hairline. I didn't know if it was. It was a little Ron Burgundy up there.
Yeah, the phenomenal match. I agree, Damien. The match has been outstanding. We're already 2 minutes over last week's time. Rollins through. He gets the win.
Whoa!
Let's go. Oh, Drew's gonna beat the shit out of him.
Oh, somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
So there you go.
Yeah, he's instantly jumping on this man. Oregano, get out of there.
Wasn't a roll up officially. It was close.
What would you call it? Not a roll up. What would you call that besides a roll up?
He bridged it. He bridged his roll up.
I don't mind. Rollins bridge is falling down. Oh, Claymore.
I don't mind it. I don't mind that as a finish between these two guys. Seth steals one. Seth's coming off of losing to Punk, so big win, but Drew's not going out as the loser.
You still keep Seth where he's at a bit more, and Drew, he's the heel, and now I'm gonna fucking snap.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to take you out. Now I'm gonna make sure you don't get to the Rumble.
CM Punk come out and save Seth Rollins.
Oh,
that would be the twist.
As Drew's got Seth, he's about to Claymore this man.
Oh, we got noise. We got noise. Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Big slam into the post.
Now you watch Sami hits the hula kick. Oh, fuck you. You're not going to do a Claymore. I'm going to do a hula.
All right. Glasgow
Kiss.
Shut up, MDB. Sami eating the guardrail. Maybe you shouldn't have come out.
Do something, Oregano. Do something. Use your seasoning powers. Oh, Drew getting in there with Seth. Walking him in the corner.
Oh, we got Drew. Down goes Seth. Down goes Seth.
I didn't mean to do it, but I did it.
And Drew McIntyre just starts smiling and walking off. Oh, you shifted moron.
Bro, you got Seth saying right there. I'm just with the credits rolling. I'm just expecting. Wow.
McIntyre laughs his way off. Sami doesn't know what to do. Everyone's going to be mad at everyone at the Rumble. This one's going to be good.
Sowing the seeds of discontent.
Mm-hmm. C-Can says repetitive storyline. If you could expand on that, maybe. Do you have an example of what you feel is repetitive specifically? I mean, good guy, bad guy, all the lines.
Expound.
Yeah, I'm curious. Wow, I agree with you. Holy shit, now you've done it. Sami's such a jabroni. Leave Sami alone. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Monday Night Raw tonight. We have gone off the air. Seth gets kicked in the face by Sami. Drew walks out laughing, even though he took the L. But the last one laughing is the one who wins, and he feels like he won this one in some sort of way. Yeah, great Raw tonight. Good energy throughout. I like the 2 hour and 30-minute mark, 35-minute mark. The tonight again, the floating finish. But I thought it was a hell of a Raw.
And it's the third episode with them being on Netflix. And again, it's that ambiguous timeline, and that almost plays more to an advantage than I feel having the ambiguous overrun of we start this match at what? At 40 minutes before the 3 hour mark and everything. So we don't know after the entrances and everything. We don't know if it's going to go 10 minutes, it's going to go 20 minutes, what have you. I think that keeping that ending up in the air, it really helps them. Number wise, how are you feeling tonight?
How do I feel about tonight? MDB says 8, 7.5. I'm right there. I could give tonight a solid 8. I'm really happy with this show tonight. Really entertained by the angles. KO showed up surprisingly, played mind games with Sami. They're really building up the Rumble. Saturday Night Main Event gets another match added to it. I thought Bayley and Nia Jax, even though we've already gotten it a few times, absolutely cooked.
Well, and then even the aftermath really was a big thing too, as well. I'll agree with you on an 8. I won't cause discourse. I'll say 8. I'm gonna agree with you.
Right. And we just did Seth and Drew last year is what I mean. Can Seth get new feud? Yeah, but they're not really locked into, like, I know they're mad at each other in this moment, but it's a bigger picture and it's all heading for the Rumble. So I wouldn't exactly say they are in I see what they're building in front of us, but they're not in this one-on-one kind of feud. It still bleeds into Punk. There's a lot of possibilities here, but they're 1-1 now if everyone's keeping track at home.
They halfway sold it as a WrestleMania rematch. So I think that's kind of a bit why we went there. And again, you now add the wild cards into it of Sami Zayn's involved, like you said, of the overarching thing is CM Punk involved in all of this. We were going to have CM Punk trying to have a triple threat match last week.
Right. 7.5, 7 from Ronnie up there. From Boston, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Acting like we didn't get Rock Austin a million times. Yeah, I think maybe it's just the new age, the modern fan that they don't love. But I mean, again, how you build rivalries, like literally in hockey, we readjusted our divisions so you get more games against your division than other divisions because they want that heated rivalry. You want to see that rivalry more than you want to see, Toronto play San Jose. Bring on Boston 7-8 times, right?
Well, did you play that you think you were special?
Yeah. So that's where you have that opportunity to, I want to see Seth and Drew fight a lot. I want to see CM Punk fight Drew a lot. I want the rivalries. If they don't fight, they don't have a rivalry. They're just two guys that don't like each other.
They've arguably had 3 or 4 matches in Christ. CM Punk and Drew had 3 matches, and they all felt incredibly different. That was arguably for most people feud of the year was Punk versus Drew, and you could argue for different cases for each one of those matches in that feud to be match of the year.
Right.
Yeah. How many times can I say it? I don't know. Ambiguous. Yeah, you bat into it.
8 out of 10 from Alex, Stone Cold, and Vince a million times. It went for years. It was years. 8 out of 8.5.
That was the foundation of the company.
8 out of 10. I missed the suspense. There's definitely some suspense kicking around. WWE Raw tonight was 8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, 8, 7, 8. Raw was trash, going completely the other way. Savage says it was trash. How can he back it up? What has he got?
Right. You can't just say some things like that and then just leave it like that, my guy. You can be savage about it, but yeah, following up, explain your work.
8 out of 10, good. 8. Punk was the best part of the show. Punk was good. I love Punk's promo tonight. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Great show, guys. See you on the flip side. Jose, as always, thank you for the super chat. We really do appreciate it. Epic show. 8. Savage is savage. Yeah, but a savage got to have a point. You know, he can't just be throwing his spear around, not hitting nothing.
Hulk smash. Hulk
right?
smash.
Again, you just Wreck-It Ralph at that point.
Facts. You glitch in the Matrix. Yeah.
But hot take, Gunther as World Heavyweight Champion has been boiled chicken. That's definitely a hot take and inaccurate. It's been good.
Well, which do you like right now as a world champion in WWE, Gunther or Cody? Which one do you like more?
It's so hard to pick between champions is different in different ways, but I mean Gunther's done great. I think Gunther has a slight edge. Cody's been involved in the bigger shit, so it's a tough one,
right? Bang out here arguing his own point of, hey, Canadian beer is the best, and then follows up with, who said Canadian beer sucks? Well, I would hope if you said this comment, you would have the answer to that one.
Right. 8 out of 10 from Steven. But that looks like just about all of it. I'm in the 8. I don't know if you gave a rating.
No, I agree with you about an 8 and everything. I know I caught a little bit of heat between you and Anthony of what I said. I think Genesis was like a 7.5. I think is what I said for it and everything. And I picked, the I Quit match is my favorite match. You both picked the Jordan Grace Tessa match, which again was a great match. But yeah. Tonight I gave it a solid 8. I think still we're now falling more and more into what Raw on Netflix is going to be versus what it was on the initial date.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think ultimately there's the progression. I mean, the show doesn't look all that, like there's no real adjustment or change from last week to this week. I think we're in a groove, we're rolling. I think we're getting solid shows. This 2.5-hour pocket is very pretty, very nice. I like it a lot. I mean, the show energy in the building from start to finish tonight. They booed for the right guys. They cheered for the right people. And again, to me, the match of the night was Nia Jax and Bayley. I thought they tore it down.
Fair. I'd still probably go Seth and Drew. Granted, it might be just literally a recency of the pages might have stuck together in my brain, and that might be the most match I remember because it's the last match I saw. But yeah, overall, solid show. And like I said, I think we're starting to really get a really solidified Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and it's nothing to fucking shake a stick at here. If anything, I think the 3-hour SmackDowns might become more of an issue.
Yeah, I'm not concerned yet. I want to see what they can continue to do. And rumor is, as soon as we get used to the 3 hours on SmackDown, they're going back to 2. I don't know if that's true or substantiated in any way, shape, or form. But ultimately, I think they'll be fine. Again, it's a lot. It's a tall task. 6 hours just on those 2 shows alone. It's a big ask, and we'll see what happens. But overall, a great way to start our week, folks. We are back tomorrow for NXT at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're here all week long. We got your Dynamite. We got TNA live on Thursday. Looking forward to that one. Friday, SmackDown, of course. And then we got Saturday main event and so much more coming your way. So many big shows, so much news, so much rumors, and there's no place better to get it than from here at the Wrestling for Life Network. Thank you for being a part of the streams. Check out all our socials. Be a friend, tell a friend. And good job, Papa Paul.
Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. What are you talking about that wrestling? But put that for life with it.
Come back tomorrow. See you on the flip side.